You know, people understand arrows, but they can't read. They'll just understand the arrow. And knowing Dink, I probably put an arrow pointing at the button that says, "Do not push this."
I was
Yep.
about to say that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's a big red button and an arrow pointing at it.
So here's the lovely thing. I think we called off last week, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
someone didn't show up.
And the
Sorry.
week before that, I
Sorry.
wasn't here.
Sorry. So
Is it-
let's fill in Dink with things that happened with him. And
I'll
I
fill in
will
Dink.
stop it. And I will update the map while you guys are doing that. Also, I know that some of the roleplay happened while I was off screen. If you guys want to
Not really.
kind of go over that.
No, we just talked.
Okay.
We just chatted.
Okay. Well, then you can share your downtime actions with each other. I know you could read them in the Discord, but our viewers cannot read them in the Discord.
I think you didn't read mine, but you did respond to it.
Listen, if I responded to it, I had to have read it.
I don't think you. Okay, reading and comprehending are two different things.
Thank you, sir. Are you telling me that your DM is not able to comprehend languages? Is that what you're telling me?
Is that our DM talking? Bow wow. Bow wow wow.
To be fair,
Stop it.
Hey. Dragon, I was sitting next to the DM as she was reading this. I brought it up while we were sitting on a fucking ramp closure.
Yeah, we were working as I was doing most of this.
You didn't emphasize the quotations around working.
Yeah, we weren't really working. I did read it. I did read it, and my brain went, you didn't do anything of the nature that I could tell you to fix while it was, working with quotation marks. You will not find any more suspicious magic rocks, but you are going to help the villagers keep busy with busy work, which is helping them with the animals and getting the cows milked. So I need a D20 for the gallons of milk that you guys have procured.
And I believe what you also said, Dragon, directly helped me in the amount of wheat we harvested.
Maybe. I apologize for the great Pyrenees in the background.
Oh, we love the bug doggies.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to love me right now. He's liking my shoes, though. All right,
And with a little bit more reading comprehension, he can also DM.
You're cruising for a bruising is what you're doing.
Did you say you wanted animal handling or nature?
I need whatever the Discord had said originally. I know nature was one of them, and then something else for shearing of the sheep.
Sheep.
No, you just said the sheep are ready for shearing.
Oh, okay, then
I'll
the sheep are ready for shearing.
I'll take care of
You'll
the
help
sheep.
the animals. Cows are milked. You just said you needed D20 for gallons.
Yes.
I'll take care of the sheep this time. Later.
That'd be a 17.
17 for the amount of gallons of milk you got, correct?
Yep.
That's how many milks of gallon you got.
All right, I will give them all to Trina.
Sure. Okay.
Because Trina knows how to cook. Eric does not.
This is true.
Why did she say it that way? Is Trina like gonna take a bath in 17 gallons of milk and be like, "What else did you want me to do with it?"
No, I expect you to walk in, see Trina carrying jugs of milk, and got milk.
Trina she's still recovering, guys. If you were,
You said that she was back up and moving.
She is
Just
back. She is back up
slower.
and moving, just very slowly. Yep.
All right. In that case, scratch what I was doing. Eric will play milkman and deliver milk to all of the villagers.
Oh my god.
That
I know
sounds
I
like
said
fun.
it before, but I'm going to say
like-
it again. We have eaten nothing but oats and milk for the last week. We've
I don't
either
see an issue here.
not shit or have shit nothing solid.
Well, according to Eric, this is all perfectly normal.
We also have
And
fish.
Oh yeah, the fish.
But none of us said that we're fishing.
There's
Wait,
NPCs now.
Oh, never mind. That was somebody thinking about.
And they
fishing.
don't have hooks or stuff to make it. I just made those.
All right. Yeah, I think that's going to be easier. Let me do that.
All I'm saying is that our basic food group's pyramid is a little bit fucked.
Pyramid. It's more like it. It's more
A
like a game
line.
of Pong. It's more like a game of Pong. Oats, milk with a little bit of mushrooms in the middle, bouncing back and forth. Mushrooms that may or may not be psychedelic. We do not know.
We all know.
Completely normal.
We all know.
Eric does not. Ah,
All right, so everybody but Eric knows.
pretty much.
All right. So
I don't think I've ever been healed by that spell, and it's a good thing we haven't tried because I don't know what would happen if Eric tried to eat a mushroom. Because
if I remember correctly, Mishka, you said that you were headed up toward the well, correct?
I know hold on. We had 1 week's of downtime thing, which is what was posted. I don't know if anyone else posted another week's afterward, is the thing I'm curious of.
I didn't.
Not.
I
didn't
wasn't
know we were
aware
doing
we were.
another week.
Yeah.
I thought we were just doing the one and calling these 2 weeks of real life time 1 week of in-game time.
That's what I assumed too, but I do also recall Nan saying it is a 1-to-1 ratio. So we
But
probably should have put in more downtime.
I did cancel, so it doesn't have to count that way.
Okay, because I didn't post what I was going to do next because I didn't see anyone else posting stuff.
I didn't post anything because I didn't see anyone else post anything as well. So it was like a Mexican standoff. We were all just waiting for someone to post.
It's all good. It's all good.
I just forgot.
Yeah.
Wait, hang on, let me.
Wah, wah.
Mishka does stuff. Oh, that's Shruff. Yes.
Whatever Shruff is, Mishka is doing it.
Mishka's real good at
Thank-
Shruff.
Shruff away.
We're gonna take stalks of wheat and whip each other with it and call it a game called Shruff.
It's the new thing
hate
to do.
Oh, I
It's
remember
stupid.
now. I put in that I put in a downtime several weeks ago. The last time I put a downtime in, that was I was gonna make like raised boxes of dirt, basically for like a planter thing, so we could plant some fruits or vegetables or seeds whenever we get seeds, because Nans then said, "You're assuming you got seeds. Where'd you get the seeds from?" But I forgot to reply to say that I wasn't planting. I was just making the boxes for it.
Okay.
So we could, if we had like herbs or spices or something, specifically something to help out like our alchemy people or the cooking people, we would have an area to start planting and cultivating that. I was just making a box for it.
Cool.
I am the builder.
Where
so that's,
where
I am
are
built.
you? Where are you putting said box?
Wherever the governor wants me to put it.
Who's the governor?
So
That'd be me.
more? I don't know. Not me.
We haven't
Eric.
held elections, and I'll just tell you now, Mishka will not recognize anyone as leader.
Yeah, checks out.
Honestly, I think if we do elect a leader, it should probably be an NPC.
Make
Honestly.
Nans the governor by proxy.
You don't want me
Do
as
not
a man.
Do not try to explain taxes to Mishka. She will not understand it.
I don't think we're at the point where we need taxes.
Not yet.
All right. Well, here we go. I like that color. You said 3 of them? Yes?
How many ever I can make. I was assuming that there were gonna be like maybe 3 or 4 feet by like 6 feet, so like rectangles.
And where were you building them?
Uh, let's see.
It's broken up into 4 quadrants: north, east, northwest, southeast, and southwest.
Probably because they need to be watered and such often, probably like behind the inn or around that area of water. I'm not really incredibly picky about it.
Cool. Very cool. Very cool.
Food for thought. Why do they call it southeast and not east south?
Because you
Mm,
wouldn't say west north.
I mean, you
Uh,
could. It's
I
not
mean-
wrong.
there are some people who do call their children north, and I don't get it. But whatever. All right.
Sorry, Martel
Was
was
that a
messaging
Kanye
me
joke?
something. What's up?
I think it is a Kanye joke.
It is a
Gotcha.
Kanye joke. Sure was.
Okay.
Why? Didn't you think it was funny?
No, no, I didn't. No, I don't understand what fish sticks are.
I am not a gay fish.
Ugh.
My bitch ain't a hobbit. She didn't slay no dragon. That was a Quiznos. And went to rock. I
All
fucking
right.
love that episode so much.
All right. So I have updated the map with the new information. So I'm going to be putting it in fairly soon. Please don't freak out. Just remember you've got NPCs who know what they're doing and are doing things as well, because nobody's elected a leader, so they're just doing what they need to do to survive.
Why is the
Dude.
town on fire?
Well,
About to
that's
see
not
every-
happening. No.
Where
We're
did
about
it
to see
go?
like a sacrificial blood pit.
The animals are gone.
So no, what they've done, it's kind of crazy. Their
Oh
little
no, they
camp,
ate the sausage.
the camp that they have out here, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, now they've done some things. They've moved the inn. They have moved
They moved the inn, the
Yeah.
entire building.
I mean, they were gone for 3 weeks. They did stuff.
What do you mean we were gone for 3 weeks?
The DM, is gone for 3 weeks. You will see the buildings as they come in. I promise they will make sense. Your people are smarter than me.
Apparently they're strong as fuck too if they can just pick up a building.
Well, I'm not saying that they just picked it up and moved it. No, they they tore it down or just rebuilt it. Yes.
The House of
How
Theseus.
fucking dare they?
The House of Theseus.
I am now the sheriff, and there's gonna be some lynchings. You don't touch my
think-
buildings.
I think Dink's about to start the safety inspector area.
Uh,
I am sheriff,
That's not up
safety
to code.
inspector, and
That's not up to
executioner.
code. That's not up to code.
I don't even know what that is, but I bet it's not up to code.
Why are you pointing at Mishka when you say that? Angry lizard noises.
And you got a license for that thing? Points at fucking Heron.
yeah, she's got a license for everything, and she will twirl and give you the winky eye.
Oh, damn.
We don't
she's
recognize
forklift
that license
certified.
here. We're gonna have to fine you.
All right, so
It's now canon. Heron.
You owe us
is
a
forklift
ring of
certified.
evasion.
a ring of evasion. I don't think so, sir.
Yep.
All right,
That's
so
what a license costs here.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay. All right, that map is saved. Let's download it so you guys can see it, because I'm pretty sure you want to see it, huh?
We need to see it. I wouldn't say it's a want.
Are the buildings arranged in a giant middle finger?
Yes.
I mean, it's better than Rainbow Road in Mario Kart. The way that's
Well,
arranged is very. Ugh.
they moved my buildings.
They
Anywhere they moved them, it's gonna be a middle finger.
they adjusted it to make it easier for living lifestyles.
I'd like to imagine Dinks walking into the town, and there's a whole bunch of villagers with the inn on their shoulders, and they just stare wide-eyed as Dink comes back.
Just imagine. I'm just imagining. What's that? What's that GIF of the Amish from Family Guy?
Mm-hmm.
Fucking tear down the barn, put it back up within a matter of seconds.
All right.
Sirs, you can't park your building there.
I don't know that they
This is
necessarily
Wheatfield.
parked it there so much as you put it there, so that's what happens when you just leave people to do their own thing. I really hate that my husband did that right now.
You want to know what I do when I'm left to do my own thing? I make 35 dog bandanas.
Mm-hmm.
I don't move an entire house.
I've teleported nothing but bread.
See, that's reasonable. I don't understand a group of people that wake up in the morning and go, damn, nobody's giving us orders. You know what we should do? Move the buildings.
We live in a
Dumbasses.
society. We're gonna come back one day after going out to do something, and they would have just rotated the building slightly.
Everything's been
broke
moved
it.
by 5% or 5 degrees.
Broke it all down to the damn frame. Everybody picked it up, rotated it 5 degrees, and you built it all back up again.
And
When
you
you
keep running
say
into
they
the
don't
door, and you're like, ow, why the fuck do I keep running into the goddamn door? This is really annoying.
because it's just 5 degrees off. Like, damn. I feel like somebody's just been punching me in the shoulder for this entire week. Man, I keep running into this. All the NPCs start snickering. Did you move the fucking building again?
Yeah, they came back like 5 minutes after we finished the last jingle, though. It was so close this time.
All right.
I barely got all
So,
the doornails in.
sorry, Flagger Force just called me. And
You didn't answer, did you?
of course I did, because they called my work phone.
Oh yeah, you have one of those.
It's 6:30 on a Friday. I don't think you should have picked up.
It's okay.
That's
I
my
told them
thoughts.
no. It's a TMA run. I told them no.
TMA, I
Flag
can
Force is
also
calling
talk in
me. Hang on.
in letters. TMA, no, D&D.
All right, I'm going on a TMA run. I'll be back.
Okay, later, bye.
No, I'm fucking with you.
I know. You've been looking forward to this since our last game.
I took a nap, and it wasn't one of those nice naps. One of the ones where you wake up and you're like, oh, God.
I know what you mean.
All right, so, Mishka, do you want to update them with what you were able to accomplish?
Are you telling me to list off my accomplishments?
Yes, just Mishka's.
Okay. She actually planned the week out. I managed to make 5 sewing needles. I made, what? You said 25 fish hooks?
Mm-hmm.
We've made 73 feet of twine. I managed to find some ingredients for a batch of healing potions. And I don't see it. Hang on.
Where the hell did you
We
find all
didn't
this
grind it.
stuff?
We didn't grind it to flour yet. But how much grain did we manage to harvest too from that wheat?
I don't remember what I put in there. That's why I posted it in the chat. It's in there somewheres.
I'm looking at the chat. It's not there.
Oh, I don't remember.
I know you had me roll for. Sorry, Martell is messaging me. I know you had me roll to harvest to get the stuff to make the twine, and that was a 17.
Did you just say my toe?
Martell.
Oh, Martell. Okay, I was very confused for a very hot minute there. I thought you said my toe, and then I was gonna go, your toe did what now?
Yeah, my toe is talking to me as well.
My toe called me. You know, like toes do.
See, I got this thing. You see, the more competitive people get athlete's foot, but the issue is I'm an astronaut, so I got mistletoe.
I'm done, Jack. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
I didn't hear the magic word, so I'm not rolling again.
I'm just
I,
done.
I'm just over here like, here it goes. Here we go again. He's gonna roll a 1.
Ugh.
So,
So,
we have, and as we discussed last quote session, I didn't go to put it to text yet, but I am planning on a fishing expedition with 2 other NPCs.
Yes. Yes, you are.
Because that should hopefully. Because I also realize with the amount of mouths we have to feed, we're not bringing in enough food.
All right. Here is your new map.
Need more oats, need more milk.
We've got oat milk stew for dinner, breakfast, and lunch.
What's the name of your city? Constipation!
Dude, it's dairy. You're not. It's not constipation. It's diarrhea.
Ooh, I like the sound of that. Yeah, it sounds fancy. Diarrhea.
I don't even want to know. I don't want to know. You guys are insane. All right.
Pepto Bismol. That's the name of the town.
Upset for upset stomach.
I don't know how you guys are able to function. I really don't.
You know, we never said where we dug the latrine pit because I don't think we have sewers or we have a sewage system.
Don't worry, the NPCs moved that too. Dink's gonna be running outside, running to where it was, holding his butt and going like, oh god, where did they move it to?
Did you guys actually change screens?
No.
No.
Really? That's annoying.
I will reload.
How about
See
now?
if it helps.
Nope.
Uh,
I'm gonna try to refresh.
oh, yeah, I refreshed and yes.
That's annoying.
Loading. Loading. Why is that green? Where did the extra buildings come from?
I
Are
told
these up
you.
to code?
They are. They are.
I will be the judge of that.
Hey, we have grass.
So it's green because, yes, Moore said it. You have grass. Why do you have grass? Because somebody decided to mow down 3/4 of the flippin' city area.
What do you
You've
mean
got
mowed
that.
down? It's wheat. We're harvesting wheat. It's what you do.
Well,
Three
when you
quarters?
harvest wheat, underneath is grass.
Underneath is dirt.
Nope.
Wheat is literally too tall to allow grass to grow underneath it. It doesn't allow enough light through.
This is what I'm trying to do. Nope, you've got grass.
You meant 1/4, right? Not 3/4.
I said what I said, and I said what I meant. An elephant never forgets. 100%.
Why is Mishka so small?
Angry
If I, if
lizard noises intensify.
I move
Every
her,
time,
the DM won't be able to fix it.
every time you say "you've got grass," just reminds me of an old saying that my dad used to tell me way back when.
Eric, go touch grass.
No, my dad always said, "Cash, grass, or ass rides ain't free."
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Mm-hmm. All right. I did it because I had to refresh the page. It logged me out, and now I have to log back in as the correct. I hate it so much. All right. Here we go. I'm logged back in now. Now we're ready to games.
Are there any children that look like they would be good at the thievery types and would be interested in forgery, but like I'm going to word it like I'm going to teach them cursive first and penmanship?
So it's funny that you say that because the answer to that is yes. Yes, there is.
I'm going to teach this young child to have the most amazing penmanship ever. So good that they could perhaps even copy documentation that is very important.
It
You're
was the
just
same
Almost to
teaching
the
kid that
perfect.
forgery.
Shh.
it was the same kid that was hanging out with Mishka.
No, not that kid. Mm-mm. All right. So the first week that you spend with him, her, I'm going to put a dot on her token so you are aware of who she is. Wow, it takes up her whole token. That's great. She,
I don't see a token.
I know. I just realized I'm on a different map than you are.
Okay,
Wait a
just making
minute.
sure.
This means that the Tanner's hut was moved too, because it is not in its original location.
No.
No to it being moved, or no that it didn't move.
No, it moved. So this is now the new blacksmith because it looks more like a blacksmith's place. But then again, as long as this is the tavern, I don't really care what you guys make these buildings. You tell me what you
Great.
want these buildings to be, and I will make sure that it gets worded that way.
Someone touched Mishka's shit, and now she's angry. She'll be angry for about 2 weeks.
Downtime action, mad.
One arrogant is the blacksmith.
All right. So,
Mainly because the chimney.
I mean, they did kind of have to build something. They were living in tents, while the rest of you all got to live in like houses and huts and stuff.
Well, yeah, we got here first.
Oh well, so they decided that it was time for them to do their thing.
Are you sure these are NPCs and just like not another group that you're running like on Wednesdays and we don't know about?
No, this is the only group for this kind.
That doesn't sound convincing.
I'm pretty sure I don't have to convince you. Jack Doodley.
Jack, your last name is Diddley?
You don't gotta convince Jack to doodly. I doodly myself.
See, we got this then.
I hate
However, my
you.
artistic capability is not very good, so they're not very good doodles of myself.
You will have, and here's the fun part for me. While you were gone, you did have 3 people overnight do some very not so smart things. Oh, I don't like that. Let's delete that.
Suddenly, a young child appears.
Red rum.
Yeah, I'm putting in your commoners.
So the children walked up to you and say, "Would you like to play with us?"
I would be scared. I'd be very scared.
They're taller than me, I'm afraid.
No, I don't.
Why am I smaller than the children?
Here is your person that I have the dot on for.
Hey, she has pink hair. Cool.
Yeah. So she is your person that is going to be your tutor or pep person.
My future entrepreneur.
Yep.
She's
her name
definitely
is
going to rig
Pepto.
the election.
They didn't want to make me the mayor. I'm going to make them regret that.
I don't know that you've had an election of anything. So
Nope, but that's what Moore's taking from this conversation. So she's just going to make her own little posse of little thieves and forgers
nice. Very
without
nice.
telling anybody.
That works. Mhm.
Just hear some bottles clanking in the distance.
One of the elderly, well, not real elderly, but like one of the elder folks, Mishka, here's your stable boy. Will tell you guys she's more of an innkeeper, and that is her responsibility. She is the innkeeper.
It's a wench.
So she's going to take care of that. Do we have everybody on here? We're missing faxes, correct?
Yeah, Faxis is not here.
Are we missing anybody else?
The animals maybe.
No, they're.
Aaron is missing.
Well,
I
you get to
cannot
pull
control
that
the
out.
dog.
Oh, that's fair.
I pulled out the dog and I can't control it.
That's what he said?
That's because you pulled out sausage.
That's
I
what
can't
she
pull out
said.
sausage. Sausage is not even on my on my thing to do. Pull out. Yes, I know what I said.
Oh, I forgot to show you this. Speaking of Aaron, I'm gonna post this. It's a side note. I was at Ren Fair, and this reminded me of things. Still fighting. Aaron is a wolf.
Mm-hmm.
Well, He is now the big cheese.
Nice.
I saw that at Ren Fair over in Kentucky and was like, no shit.
Is his name Dog?
Yes, my wolf's name is Dog.
When we have a
Nope.
moment, I'm gonna find out who's leading the movers. We're just gonna call them the movers, the people who are
Sounds,
moving buildings.
sounds like a religion. Is that a new faction?
Yeah. Every Sunday they break down a building and turn it 5 degrees.
Are we starting factions now? We have the movers. We have Moore's posse.
Moore's mosh pit might have a better ring to it, but I can't think of another M word that to have that alliteration.
Moore's
Moore's
Mm.
mob.
Mob.
Moore's Mob.
Moore's motley
Moore's-
mob.
Moore's motley mob.
No, leave it with me because I'm thinking of something really, really cool for like a thieves guild being built out of there. And since you started it, it's gonna be more something.
Miss Moore's Crime Emporium.
Sweet.
Miss Moore's Crime Emporium.
I don't like it.
Until you said Miss, I was right there with you.
I like the fact that we haven't decided to set up rules or laws or anything, but Moore's immediately over here going, "We're going to start doing crime."
We
I
don't have
didn't
any
say we're doing crime, to be fair. I
Uh-huh.
am just
thinking it.
teaching young children art, okay?
Yeah, she is. That is what I heard. That's my story, and I'm
fine.
sticking to it.
Me and Moore have a good rapport, so I'm gonna have the movers and the shakers.
All right, so, think you want to have conversations with the Quakers?
The
Quakers.
Quakers.
Movers, shakers, Quakers.
Quackers.
So what did you want to have the conversation of?
Wait a minute. Sorry to interrupt. Can we get those guys to start grinding down the grain? That way they can have Quaker oats.
Stop it. You've got your
The
boy for that.
Quakers oats. I love it. Yes, I will find out who's leading this renegade pack of non-licensed building instructors. I'm going to introduce myself as Sir Dink E. Tinklerforge, Esquire the Third. And I run the buildings here. Not all of the hang on, back up. I take care of all of these buildings here. And if you would like to help, I can give you some direction. What
Oh my
were
god,
you
he's going to start
trying?
asking for building permits.
Just wait. just wait.
So you will hear this very old-looking man turn to you, and when he turns to you, you could tell he's old because you heard every muscle in his body groan just to turn to look at you.
I pull out a small little notepad or whatever I have, and I write down rocking chair and underline it and put it back in my pack.
He's gonna need it. That would be me, sir. You didn't have these in the right places.
The vein in my head starts popping out as I smile at him.
If you look, this farmhouse, and he points to this building right here, should be next to the Babas.
I'm sorry, next to the what now?
Babas.
Oh god, he has an intelligence of 8. I think it's dropping as we speak.
His intelligence actually is 6. So yeah.
Called it.
Mm-hmm.
Dropping as we speak.
So they go next to the Babas. That way, it's easier to go from here to cultivating. That's lizard woman. Don't know her name. She had the great idea. She's right next to the fence line for tanning.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Don't
Okay.
you call me stupid.
I gingerly take his
Stupid.
arm. And I'm like, okay, come right this way, old yeller. And I
My
put him in a
name's
chair.
not Yeller. It's red.
Yes, it is. Red. Red yeller. Got it. Well, I'm going to hear out Red, old yeller. I'm going to hear him out. And is his thought process sound?
Roll me an insight.
Uh, hey, Moore, can you listen to this guy with me and help me out?
My insight is also not great.
Just asking for some help, buddy.
Sure. Yeah, I can help. Oh, hey, Red, what's up?
So, Red is actually, he used to be an engineer. When it comes to building houses, and you will feel that most of these houses are fairly stable, even sturdier than when you built them, because, you built them at a hurry, in a rush, and we're just trying to get buildings up so that we could cooperate and do things. In
Okay.
fact, the building that Faxis and you are standing near has an underground line that leads to all the other houses in the event they need to make a quick escape. More, this is where I said that your Thieves Guild thing was going to come into play because your underground areas have been built.
We have subterranean tunnels.
We do.
No, I've been working really close with Red actually. I think the blueprints seem great.
Okay.
If you give him a chance and you like listen to the ideas behind the bit of a speech slur, he's actually was real smart at one point. Like, I think he did this job for a bit, like 20, 30 years maybe.
In around that time when Moore is explaining that, you will have the woman come out of that hut there and hand you a piece of cheese. Dink.
I love cheese. It's
Because
official.
we were so close to the cows, we were able to get the milk into the hut before it spoiled because there's no refrigeration here.
I think since we're going to have some tunnels, we might want to have a root cellar. Red, do you know how to make a root cellar?
What? Roots?
Oh
No,
my god.
that's Miska's job. That's the lizard lady, right?
Who told them my name?
Angry lizard noise intensifies
I
again.
think I yelled your name out loud one day, the first time, accidentally.
Don't let them know Mishka's a girl.
Also, we found these wandering around out in the field, so we're gonna bring them in. You need to make more room.
Room is a hard thing to come by.
Well,
What'd you find?
they found goats. 4 of them, to be exact.
Whatever they tell you, their names, and I point at the 2 goats, is not sausage. Okay? I need this. I need you to see this. I need you to see me.
I see you. It's my hearing that's bad, not my eyes, you idiot. And he goes to swing at you and completely misses.
With goats, we can actually make quite a few things. Like I believe there's a way to make like shampoo and lotion and like a whole bunch of other
And
Cheers.
feta.
Well, also, yeah, there's also cheeses and stuff. But like, this
Ah,
would be fast.
leave it to the ladies to try and figure out how to make shampoo.
Is Red's hair matted, or is he bald?
He's bald.
Okay.
To be fair, I believe all of you need to bathe more. I taste the air. You guys taste fucking awful. And I'm gonna walk past.
I would like to emphasize that because I'm in a not great mood today, I had to remind myself that Moore would not do this, but other characters would have punched him in the face.
Good, you should punch him in the face. He's a little old man though, so be careful with that.
Moore's not going to. Moore would kill him with kindness.
Yeah, I meant him to
I
be the
would-
crotchety old man. So good. I'm glad he's coming off as a crotchety old man.
I would kill him in his sleep.
Wait, hang on.
Or
Do you
behind
need
the
an
barn.
angry character?
No, we've got one of those things.
No, I'm asking. Do you need an angry character to be present during this conversation? More?
That is up to Mishka if Mishka wants to punch an old man in the face.
She will storm up. Are you the ones who touched my fucking building?
They are. Yes. We were just talking about that actually.
It's right where it's supposed to be. Why did you move it? Why did you touch my stuff?
You're
This is-
crotchetier than I am.
Take a
This
step
is
back.
Red, Mishka. They're in charge of moving the building.
No,
evidently.
I'm red. He's not red.
No, that's his name.
You're gonna see Mishka's face turn slightly redder.
That's Red.
Yes, I am red.
This guy. This guy.
Now we got two angry red people.
In fact, Red is going to get so angry he is going to leave, go inside the hut, take his cheese with him.
But oh.
Take what?
I'm going
cheese?
to,
Oh, cheese.
More. Trade him some mushrooms for the cheese. Quick.
I'm gonna turn around, but I'm also going to roll a. Can I do a stealth check to trip him with my tail as I do so? Make it so where no one notices.
Sure.
Oh, there goes
That's a
his hip.
deception though, but yeah.
A deception?
Well, kind of. It's a little bit. Yeah, do your sleight of hand.
Just-
That'll work.
Okay, I can do sleight of hand because deception's charisma based.
I'll be right back.
I'm just gonna burn one of my many things to burn and do that again. Ah, that's not even better.
He cartwheels over your table. Over
No.
your tail.
No, I still have to roll. There's still a roll that he has to make.
Please don't kill the old guy.
Mishka.
Mishka?
He trips over your tail, but not for lack of your effort. Like, he would have fallen anyways because he's that old. And he will fall right into the rocking chair that Dink tried to put him into.
Everything happens for a reason. Look at that, Red. See, it even rocks. And I push his knees a little bit to get him rocking. Hopefully he'll fall asleep really quick.
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! I'm not an old man. I could do it myself.
Shh. Okay, okay. You can rock yourself. There you go. I swear to God, this guy took an arrow to the frontal cortex.
Do a perception.
Okay. Perception.
He, in fact, did take an arrow to the head, it looks like. There's a very nice indent in his head.
That explains it. Yep.
I forgot why I don't get food delivery that much anymore.
It's stupid expensive.
That and because I got up late, I decided I was going to order a few drinks from Sheets. I got one thing of made to order lemonade, 1 body armor, and a soft pretzel. Lemonade never showed up. They got me the wrong body armor, but hey, I got a soft pretzel.
Wait, so
Mm.
you ordered lemonade, a pretzel, and armor?
It's a type of. Is it called a? Is it a type of sports drink?
It's
Body armor?
no body armor is it's not a sports drink. It's a coconut water type thing.
Yeah, it says sports
No,
drink
it's a
right on.
sports string.
Is it? I
No,
didn't
Yeah.
yeah.
think it was a sports drink because like it's just coconut water.
Yeah, it says body
Has
armor
electrolytes.
sports drink, superior hydration.
It has coconut water in it.
Sorry,
But,
I've been going to Ren Fair and
Mm.
we're playing D&D, and you're like, I ordered chainmail, and I'm like, fucking what?
So here's the
Dude.
other thing. We're not sponsored by body armor.
Oh yeah, you're. Never mind. You're YouTubing this. However, if you'd like to sponsor us and make sure we stay hydrated, we're drinking this great tropical passion fruit today.
And I don't
Body
know what
armor,
they're
the
talking
drink of
about.
Mishka.
Be angry, be red, be body armor.
Look, your next slogan.
Why'd I just get a cease and desist?
I haven't gotten one of those yet. Not since the last one. Thanks,
We're
Hasbro.
almost that cool.
I
Almost.
thought that was Blizzard.
It is, but Blizzard is owned by Hasbro.
Oh, man.
Woof.
My soft pretzel's frozen. God damn it.
So,
It's okay.
what's next, guys? I'm trying to put the map back to the way it was, but I'm having a difficulty.
I want to go out to the stream and fish, but that's a half a day's walk.
No, it's not.
Oh, yeah, we cut down the wheat.
Mm-hmm. So now it's what?
I think you said 4 hours?
Yep.
That's a big barrel.
Giant barrel came and crushed us all.
Hold on, who's a Cooper here?
I was about to fucking say, where's the Cooper?
I heard someone say my character's name.
Mishka, I got an idea. I haven't been out there, but where you're going fishing, is it just like a stream, a lake? Do you have like is there an inlet? Is it a big body of water? What's going on? With
So we have the aqueduct that connects to the well. Coming off the aqueduct, I have heard Nance call it 3 different things: a stream, a creek, and a river.
Yes, yes, and yes.
So I'm not quite sure how large this thing is, but I know that it has fish.
Okay. That
And
doesn't
she
help at
is
all.
planning on coordinating with you to haul some supplies out there and build a base camp for fishing.
Do you need a fishing boat?
I don't know. The DM has not provided much clarity.
Too small, too shallow for a boat.
Even a canoe?
Canoe would be, what would be the word?
It wouldn't be advantageous to have a small boat because you can just cast into it.
So, like, for what you guys can reach, you guys can literally walk out to your waist. So it would just be like you're overcompensating for something having a canoe out there.
I rush
Now
off and build the biggest tri-beam I can. No, I'm joking.
I mean, if we're actually using that river to transport shit, it'd be useful, but... Wait a minute. How big is that aqueduct we have?
2x2.
You know what? You might be
2
onto
foot by 2
something. You don't need
2
a
foot by 2
fishing.
foot?
You don't
If we
need
make
a fishing
a little...
boat. You need a
Yeah.
hauling boat.
Yeah, I was about to say we could use that little aqueduct to put whatever we catch on it, and help walk it back. At least halfway back, I think, because I don't remember how far out that well is.
I will make something that floats, and you won't have to carry hundreds of pounds of fish back. I got this.
It's not
Hey,
going to be
Red,
100 pounds of fish. We're
have
going
you
to be
ever made
drying
a
it.
boat or a floating dock?
A barge?
Hey, Red,
Actually,
have you
she
ever
said-
made a barge?
She said 2 foot by 2 foot. That's not going to be real big.
It literally is just feeding into the well to keep the well fed. That's all it's doing.
A wagon, a cart, or a sled would be better.
Wagon. A wagon would be best. And we have sausage pull it. Or sausage. The bull. The bull. We could put the bull to work.
The bull's already at work.
Yes, the
What?
bull is currently doing what bulls do.
You haven't been milking that bull, have you?
Eric might have.
Eric doesn't go in that pen at all.
Not since last time he milked the bull.
God fucking damn it.
You walked right into it, just so that you know. That was all you, man.
Now every time the automaton goes near it, the bull's like, hey, you up?
God fucking damn it.
Walks near the fence. Moo.
Ma.
You did that all too well.
Like your impression of Jack earlier.
I mean, I've
What?
lived with the guy for over a year now, so.
Go ahead. What's my impression?
I'm pooping.
Listen, it's either that way, or the way I sent it, because it had a dash between the two O's, so it was poop. I'm pooping.
There you go, Dink. In the span of half a day, you are able to create an empty cart. Right there.
Hopefully within a span of a week, we'll bring back in a full cart.
Cool. You guys have wheels.
Meals on wheels.
Sure, wow. I also see a couple of plots of farmland.
They are empty. They were supposed to get ready for when you guys have seeds.
Speaking of which, I'm gonna roll a nature check. You said that kid gave me a odd-looking seed.
Did give you an odd-looking seed.
How is nature something I don't have proficiency in? Whatever. I'll roll
You're
it
not
at
a
7.
druid? It's a seed. It goes in the dirt.
It's actually a rock. Rocks go in dirt. Hey, Moore, are you muted?
I just wasn't talking. I'm very out of it today.
Would you like a hug?
Mentally, I would like my brain to be ripped out of its skull.
Not do that.
I will look at the seed in Mishka's hand, right?
Mhm.
Don't eat whatever that grows. It'll grow, but not food.
Not food.
What will it grow? Now I'm just
I like
curious.
to imagine I'm just looking at the seed in my hand and Moore just peers over my shoulder. Oh, hey, don't do that.
Pretty much. I was just told totally a seed, but not for food. That's all I was told. I was not told what type of seed.
Correct.
The suspicion level has gone up a little.
Do we do we plant it? There's
I mean,
I have
we
a
can
box. I have 3 boxes.
plant it for research purposes, but I'm just saying don't eat it
For science.
and put a
Go-
sign saying not edible or something. Like have
Gonna
like
put-
a specific plot of area that's for non-edible things.
I'm gonna put the
Do I
seed
need more
back in my
signs?
pocket.
Okay. Putting the seed back in your pocket.
I'm gonna see
Why'd
if I
you-
can get Eric to eat the seed. Might get
Eric doesn't have a
out of it.
mouth.
No, but he's got a hole in the back of his head.
I can just see him trying to jam a seed in the back of his head, like, "What are you doing?" Poor guy.
Eric's just catching strays today, I tell you.
It's a small bush growing out the back of his head, and it looks like he has an afro.
No, it's
If it's weed, it'd be
Harold
hilarious.
from Fallout. It's Harold. Oh. If you don't know the reference, it's fine.
Anyway, Mishka's gonna go back to her hut.
Dang, you guys weren't
And-
doing science today.
Hold on. I need to rephrase what I was about to say. I am going to start grinding flour with the kid.
Are you sure?
Well, the first thing my very direct mind was going to say, I'm going to start grinding with the kid. I immediately recognized would be a problem.
You are correct.
So unfortunately, we don't have one of those whetstone wheels to be able to grind our weapons.
Stone. I go run off to check that thing, DM.
Which thing?
Our what's the word I'm looking for? Foundation problem.
You're gonna
One
have to
second, I need
not speak in riddles.
to take a drink of my tropical passion fruit body armor. Not sponsored.
Oh yeah. While you do that, I'm gonna take a sip of my tropical mango vitamin water. Hashtag not sponsored.
I'm gonna take a sip of my tap water.
Not sponsored.
Definitely sponsored.
Sponsored by no, America won't pay me.
You guys are crazy. You know what? I love you.
Meanwhile,
Oh,
this
I
entire
love
time,
you too.
Eric has just been chilling in the inn.
Is he still having a panic attack? Like a
No,
week later?
he's kind of never left the spot, to be honest.
Is that what Eric was doing? He was panicking?
Remember the last session when the villagers gathered around the well
Villagers do that, yeah.
and
Doo-doo.
they
You
made
said Billy.
that symbol with their hands over their eyes?
Oh, I totally forgot about that.
Yeah. Then Eric panicked and ran into the inn and went into stasis. He's just kind of been chilling in the inn ever since. He's not in stasis. He just kind of never left. No one's come to check up on him.
Correction, Moore has come to check up on him.
I'm
Okay.
confused.
I just assumed
While he was in stasis, yes.
Why what symbol did they make with their hands?
They
The Illuminati
so-
eye.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Yeah. Got it. Thank you. Mm-hmm.
knowing out of character that you have been in this entire time, Moore would come check on you
Ah.
in character. And she'd be like, okay, buddy, look, I know something's going on. You should talk about it because you've been sitting in that exact position enough that you're getting dusty.
Eric's just sitting at the table. Bartender, a double shot of vegetable oil.
I'm cutting you off here.
Crude oil on the rocks.
You've
Oh,
got to
he
go to
ordered a
AA.
crude oil in a dirty glass. Something's up.
Oh my god, he started drinking synthetic.
On this week's episode of D&D, Eric goes to rehab. I can quit anytime I like, I swear.
That's what they all say, buddy.
The
All right.
barkeeper's gonna look at you and go, "What do you think we have oil from? There's no such
We
thing
don't
as
even
oil.
have alcohol.
There's no oil here."
I don't even think Eric has any oil. I don't think that's how he works.
That's how he works if that's how you want him to work.
That's not how he works then.
Then that's not how he works.
It is just purely for comedy's sake.
The comedy was
Alright.
had.
Yes.
So do you want to talk about it?
Eric is gonna sit there and contemplate for. Could you go fetch Dink as well?
Without moving, I will just point in Dink's general direction and message until I hit Dink.
Villager, cow.
Or if I get
Oh.
someone I know, be like, oh, can you call Dink for me? And tell him to come to the end.
You get a reply
Moo.
back. Meh. The first one's a sheep, but then the next one just says, bah.
It's like,
Oh,
Gary?
my.
Dink, is this you?
Damn it, Decay.
Moo. I'm joking. Yeah, it's me. I did, however, run off somewhere. I did message you in game. DM, GM.
Sorry, I was on mute because, my husband's asking a million questions. You did run off there. You will find that it is no worse for wear, but it's not getting any better.
Mm-hmm. Is there a way to fix this in a mechanical sense?
No, you get the feeling it's magical.
Okay. Gonna pull up my pad of paper again, cross off rocking chair, and then write down, oh shit, that thing, and underline it and put it back in my pack. And then I go
Great.
check out what I'm being summoned for.
Are you
Mhm.
talking about the fact that the ground is falling apart beneath us due to
Yup.
erosion? But you don't
Nope,
want to say
not
that out loud
erosion.
so you don't panic the people.
Yep.
Man, listen to this guy. He's not even doing the sky is falling bit. The ground is falling. The ground is falling.
He just has like
Sorry.
just like the signs around the well. He just has a couple signs around. The end is nigh.
Yeah, I just put out signs. Everything is fine, everybody. Yeah, I'm doing great. How about yourself? As I put a sign in the ground that says "Death is coming."
Another sign is the end is nigh, but it's not N-I-G-H. It's N-Y-E, and there's a photo of Bill Nye next to it.
I love
Yep,
Bill Nye.
looking very surprised.
I don't know who doesn't love Bill Nye, to be honest.
Bill Nye, the science guy. Bill.
Bill! Anyway.
You've summoned me?
Who?
I was checking on Eric because Eric has been sitting at the same spot and he's collected dust for the last 48-ish hours. 36, I don't know. It's been a couple days. And he told me to get you. So let's go. We're going to go find out Eric lore.
I stick my head into the building. Need a tune-up, buddy?
Eric is just gonna look at you and go, "Moo."
Yep. Something's up. He's drinking vegetable oil in a dirty glass, mooing at people. All right, pop the hood, bud. I am actually going to take a look at the murder robot.
No. So you'll see Eric sitting at a table. His eyes are they're still glowing their normal purple. It's like it's flashing brighter and dimmer a little bit here and there. You can tell he's thinking about something.
Oh, right, like my hard drive in front of my computer. All right. I take out my tinkerer's tools and I put them at Moore's feet, making her help me.
I think
go,
we're just here to listen right this second first.
Yep. That's what all machines say. I crack my knuckles.
I grab him by the head gently and pull him back to sit down next to me so we can talk to Eric.
I've been
Sorry to
waiting
interrupt,
to
but I need to put
do
something
this.
very important in the chat.
Oh, great. Let's see what it is. Of course.
All right,
of course,
so
yeah.
what are we
Alright.
doing? Oh, we're listening to Eric Origin stories. Okay. Origin.
All right.
He's about to tell you
I'll,
about his time in Nam. No.
I'll listen to
So-
our sentient dishwasher. All right. I put the tools away for a second.
So, as soon as you two sit down, Eric is going to look up at you two.
Hey, bud.
There was something I have been contemplating to share with you two.
Hit me.
I have already confined in Mishka. And as such, I would like to confide in you two as well. He is going to reach into the pack that he keeps behind him, cloak, pull out. Is the inn well lit?
It's backlit. The inn well lit. Hold on. The inn well lit. Hold on. What
Is the inn, well lit?
Oh, yes. Thank you. Yes.
Commas
Okay.
save lives.
They do.
he's
They
gonna
really
pull
do,
out
man.
a metallic left arm cut off at the forearm. It is a warforged arm. He's going to place it in front of him, palm up, and in the palm is the all-seeing eye engraved into the palm.
Can I make some sort of history or investigation check on this thing?
Ooh, let me investigate it.
You can
Oh
have,
wait, I think. Never mind.
you can make a history check to see if you know what it is, or if you've heard about it or seen something like it.
17 or 21 if I'm getting help.
So you have seen something like this, and you know of a far off area in your world where those are built, but those aren't robots. They're more real life people, very much attuned to their armor. Eric is different.
So is that like a warforged arm?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Would I have come across any war forges in my time?
No,
Can I investigate the arm?
you can.
Fuck.
You were asking something, Nikki.
I out. Moore would look at him and goes, "Why do you have a warforged hand?"
War
I am
forged.
unaware. It has been with me since I arrived here. And upon retrieving more of my memory, I can only infer that I was placed here purposefully. For what reason, I do not know. Eric is then going to look down at the hand, and you're going to hear some slight whirring coming from his head.
He's not gonna blow up, is he? Is he gonna blow up?
He's just thinking. That's what he does when he thinks.
Oh,
If
okay.
what Heron said was true, and there are more of me out there, and we are all missing pieces, was I given this piece to begin with, or did I take it from one of myself? I do not know.
Can I do an investigation to compare it to compare the hand to Eric and see if it looks like it's the same make and model?
Yes.
I will help.
A 25.
Look at you go.
Yeah.
So it is not. It's not even the same color.
So this is definitely not a piece of you or any of the yous that are out there. It's a completely different species almost of people known as Warforged. But this is definitely not a part of you. So you might have found it, or you could have been given it, but I don't think it matters as much. Like, I guess it does matter still in some ways.
I need to clarify that is another Eric. It's just not a part of this Eric.
Gotcha.
So I did ask for clarification from Nans a while back. Since Heron is a time dragon, I know a lot of people were, oh, it's all the same Eric, but it's like different versions of him missing different pieces. We were all made on the same plane of existence,
Yes.
but we're all on the same plane of existence, but it's more than likely that we do not all
Do not all what?
look the same.
Oh, okay.
Because I was talking with Jack about that one day, and he was like, "Aren't you just like one of 12 on different planes of existence?" Like, I don't know. I should ask Nans about it. That's a good clarification we need before we go dimension hopping.
Gotcha. So it looks like it's a Warforged version of Eric then, but a different color. Um,
So Eric is going to look between Dink and Moore again. If we come across another one of me, and I do not have the strength to take sausage, quiet, sausage. This dog, I swear. if we come across another one of myself, and it has something I need, I am not sure I will have the strength to take it on my own. It may be much to ask, but if it comes down to it, can I count on your help?
To clarify, so like, out of character, does Moore know about the piece you were given for your head?
I believe Eric told everyone about that.
Okay. So to clarify, will we have to kill the other Eric to get you the pieces? Or just like ask them nicely? Because if we're just asking them nicely, I'm great at asking people for things. Or convincing them that they need to give it to us or they'll die.
Eric is gonna stare at you for a moment. His head is gonna be whirring, thinking. That is a difficult question. I do not know how many pieces I am missing. Nor do I know if I am actually even alive.
I can check that. Do you want me to check if you're alive? I can check that right now. I pull my tools out again.
So, Eric doesn't understand entirely what life is for him. I'm sharing this above table. So, when it comes to Eric and his kind, whether or not they're alive is really sort of like a personal question. Like, do you consider this automaton who acts and thinks on its own to be alive? Or is it just another machine?
Ah, the Pinocchio syndrome. Gotcha.
Pretty much. It's a Pinocchio question, really. So more for your character there. It's really up to you how you would handle that. Like, how would Eric's asking, like, if he needs help persuading a piece, or if he needs help dismantling a. Let's say you come across an already quote unquote deceased or forged similar to Eric. He may need a hand dismantling.
Okay, tell you what. If they are already dead and you need parts from them, I can help with that. If they are alive and they need convince to provide parts and it won't hurt them or kill them in the process, happily provide. If we are trying to persuade them and then they try to kill us, I will happily protect us. And if they die in the process, that's on them. I will draw the line at killing innocent people, though.
Eric will slowly nod. Your answer is commendable. And then he will slowly turn to you, Dink.
Can I look at your hole? I'm sorry, go ahead. I
Why
still
do I
have my
feel like
tools in
you're
my
waiting
hand.
to say that?
He was waiting on bated breath to spurt that out whenever he could, huh?
Uh-huh. Tools in hand.
Eric is going to deny your request. I don't think I should let you tinker.
But I could
Me.
see if you're a real boy.
Eric's going to think for a moment. Perhaps you need convincing. Say we come across active unit. If it were to deactivate, I would have no issues letting you tinker with them.
I get 1,000-mile stare as I stare up and left into the ceiling, and zeros and ones start going across my eyes, and I start thinking, how am I gonna build an EMP bomb?
Moore takes a moment to look up where he's looking and is like, what the fuck is he looking at up there? And then like waves her hand in front of his face for a second and doesn't get a reaction. She just shrugs.
Eric
Have
is
you
also
tried?
going to slowly slide his head and look up where they're looking. Is there something I cannot see?
I don't see it either, so I have no idea.
Yes.
Have you tried just smacking him upside the head with a hammer? That's an EMP.
I need magnets. I need magnets.
My God, you just walk up with a magnet, smack it on the back of his head. He's like,
Jimmy Crack Corn and I don't care. Jimmy Crack Corn and I don't care. Jimmy Crack Corn still don't care.
Eric factory resets and just starts speaking.
it's Buzz Lightyear. It's Buzz Lightyear in Spanish.
Sacre bleu. This magnet is on my head.
In the meantime,
Vibrate mode activated.
He does have a vibrate mode, I told you.
Coin operated boy.
Leora just bursts in the front door.
Anyway, I heard it in the meantime.
yes. While you guys are speaking and doing the thing, Trina, Leora, and Heron are all gathered inside of the blacksmith's house.
That seems important.
Mishka is not even there. Mishka is over in her place.
Working.
Working or working it?
Working.
She's grinding all right.
I knew I shouldn't install that stripper pole.
Welcome to Mishka's Scales and Tails.
What's this book you have on the shelf here? The Lusty Argonian Maid? What?
Mm-hmm.
Not mine, can't read.
That's what I wanted to do.
This one's a
without-
picture book.
Ooh, it's a pop-up.
More, I need you to roll a perception. Okay, you don't notice her approaching you until she goes to whisper in your ear.
Getting so close she can hear your inner thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
Who's whispering in my ear?
The girl you've been training.
I'll go, oh, fuck. Oh, I'm so fucking proud of you. Hi, what's up?
And then the whisper.
Who is they?
Will put her hands up like horns to indicate the dragon lady.
That's a derogatory term. Careful.
Hey guys, I think Heron is taking Leora to her father?
Mm-hmm. That's what she said.
Oh hell fucking no, let's go.
I hear the raised tone in Moore's voice, put all my tools away, and go, huh? And just
Alright.
follow.
Now that you've gotten up and you've said, oh heck no, and you're getting ready to leave, roll another perception. You didn't see her, the little girl, disappear either. She kind of literally just vanished in front of your face.
They grew up so so fast. I'm so proud.
She rolled a 12 to your 10.
So proud.
It was great. I was like, man, she's gonna see her this time. Nope. Moore's having issues seeing things today.
Honestly, even if I saw her, I'd been like, so proud.
Or ate one too many mushrooms.
Yep.
Like a fart in the wind. That little girl is gone.
She,
I mean, I did just have a second something.
she is technically gone. You guys do not see her. Well, Moore doesn't see her on the map. But they're all over here, chilling out in the blacksmith area.
You walking over
Is
here
Eric gonna-
really fast.
Is Eric gonna notice her getting up and getting out as quick as she did?
I will
More?
get to the door. If I don't see both of them following, I will say, turn around and go, they're wanting to give Leora back to her father. That is a
Eric,
death
hit the
sentence.
hyperdrive.
Jesus, I didn't know you could go that fast.
That's what she said.
He's doing that full-on fucking Terminator sprint from behind the car.
I hit the button on the back of Eric that says kill mode and I ride him into battle. Let's go!
So I also want to know, knowing that information, are you going to grab Mishka? Because she's pounding flour right now.
Oh, is that what they call it these days?
Yep.
Mishka's dating Flower?
I
Her name's
will.
Junior, thank you very much.
As I'm walking towards the Leora's hut, I will message Mishka and go, so sorry to bother you. They're trying to take Leora to her father, which I'm not cool with. If this is something that you give a damn about, we're going to go have a discussion. You're welcome to join us.
Aggressive
Fuck.
negotiations.
Yep, you care.
It's like, damn it, I give a
Lightsaber.
shit.
So before you guys even get to the door, when you guys get about to where the well is, you are going to hear the heated argument between Heron and Trina. The argument is, Trina, no, she's going to stay here. We're going to figure out what's wrong with her. We are going to fix her. That is how this is going to work. Heron, the only way to fix her is to send her home to her father. That is why he called for her. That is why he asked for her. Using logics. Incorrect logics, but using logics.
Keep grinding, boy. I'll be back.
Leora, not saying anything. Not because she doesn't want to say anything, but because by the time Trina finishes a breath, Heron jumps in. And when Heron finishes her breath, his breath, their breath, Trina jumps in. Leora literally has not had a chance to say anything.
I will talk louder than both of
Who's
them.
the first in the door? That's my question.
What's your speed, Eric?
30.
What's your speed? More?
Mine is also 30, but
What's your dex?
I do have Adrenaline Rush where I can
Ooh.
take dash as a bonus action.
I think more.
Okay, if we're doing that, then
Uh-huh.
Eric has Flame Step where he can teleport 10 feet.
But my dex is I have a 12.
What is your
Folks,
dex, Eric?
I can blink into the building.
11.
More beats you by a hair.
Damn.
Strumming the guitar very loudly in a very commanding, attention-seeking way. Ladies, and gentle folk. Perhaps there's another solution that doesn't revolve sending her to her fucking abuser.
They will stop, and you will see Leora's face look at you and thank you. She has not been able to get a word in edgewise and has been trying to. How exactly did you even hear this was happening in the first place? You were busy diddling in the field.
I was not in the field, first off. Second off, I have my sources. Third off, while I agree that it has been dangerous having Leora here, even though she is fantastic, it's only dangerous because of her father. Sending her to her father, who has been hunting us down because of her, isn't going to save her. It's going to put her directly into death's path.
Group chat up.
Also, you guys were yelling loud enough. I heard you from 2 buildings away.
We weren't that loud.
Yeah, I could hear you from the well.
Oh, well. I do apologize. And you
And
will
Leora's been sitting here trying to talk probably for the entire time, looking at her face.
and Heron is going to, like a sad puppy, look down and apologize to Leora about not letting her speak and have her own say. I am concerned because with her here in the city, I don't see the future. Not her future, any future. I cannot see your future. I cannot see Mishka's or Eric's. Eric's is a little hard to read to begin with, but Faxis is even difficult.
I get that we are not in a position where we can keep all of us safe and have Leora here. And we need to arrange a different workaround for that. Unfortunately, looking like apologetically at Leora. However, that answer is not sending her to her father. There has to be another solution.
Gonna chime in. Even before Leora arrived here, this place was not exactly the safest. Dead bodies randomly appeared, decapitated, and without blood. Goblins attacked. The well had acidic slime pouring from it. If anything, things are a little less chaotic with her here.
I mean, there was the summoning of Grummish and, like, the teleporting to her father, and then, like, the whole, like, her almost dying thing was because of her dad, and then Trina getting sick was because of her dad.
Just to clarify, all those things that Eric just said happened in the first session.
Yeah, they happened in the very first session. It was
Gotcha. Okay.
phenomenal.
All within the same day.
All in 4 hours of us playing, it all happened. It was great.
And I wasn't there. You do
No.
what now?
Yeah. So there's one other option I can see, but it will be a struggle for Leora.
It's kind of her middle name.
We'll look at Mishka,
Who's looking at me?
Heron.
I look away.
There is someone's certain father, grandfather of many, many grandfathers ago. She could go live with him there, but she could never return back to this time. I'll let you all sit with that and discuss with her on what she would like to do. And Heron, with a blink of an eye, will snap their fingers and will disappear.
We have a lot of vanishing people. I think to myself out loud. Our
Hey,
espionage is going to be amazing.
can we take a brief break for bathroom?
Didn't you do that just before game, Jack?
In like 2 hours.
That was a pour-up.
Yeah, we can go to bathroom break.
This isn't a pour-up. I had a lot of liquids because I had a headache because I woke up.
Yeah, we can go to break.
Yay!
We are back.
I'm good with that.
Welcome back from break, everybody. It was a great break. We learned some stuff that not all of us needed to know.
It was
Uh,
a great break. One of the best breaks ever.
It was the
Yeah.
best of times. It was the worst of times.
And then
All
there
the
was
others-
macaroni.
All the other players agree it was one of the best breaks.
So we have gone and updated the buildings with names. Everybody's put a name on there. I've kind of made all the names uniform in color and size.
Yeah, we can't edit them. Damn it.
You can click on it.
No,
Rest
we
in peace.
can't.
Oh, did I
Rest
hide
in
that?
peace, Mishka's Grind Hut.
Why? What do you want to change?
No, just
No.
like Mishka's Grind Hut. It's funny.
Shut up, Tin Man.
So, what doing?
I think we are contemplating what to do with Leora. Correct?
I believe
Mhm.
so.
So, Eric is pretty much going to make his intentions clear from the start. He does not want to get rid of Leora for one main reason, and that's that Heron mentioned that she's more powerful than even she knows. So, Eric wouldn't want anyone getting a hold of that power and using it against his friends. Especially seeing one of his friends get used like that is no bueno.
It is no bueno.
Trying to remember.
So Eric is going to put his vote in basically for her it being against her leaving the town.
Who was it who found out Leora had something to do with Tiamat?
That was
Moore.
both Eric and Moore.
I don't remember how we found that out or why.
She was being possessed and acting weird, and
So
I
Eric
called
used
Aaron.
Eric used identify to be, oh, she's under possession. She's not who she is, who she's saying she is. And then Moore called over Heron. Heron basically did a banishing spell of whatever it is. She canceled possession and Moore comprehend language and only understood like a few words, including Tiamat.
Hmm. I've also lost control of my player icon.
As did I.
Oh, I know why. Because I'm smart. SMRT.
SMURT.
In school, we had in the woodworking class, we had a teacher by the name of Mr. Angle. He had a wooden plaque on his desk that simply said, "Me smart."
My man.
All right, you guys should be good to move your tokens around now.
Ooh.
But not the dog.
I am not worried about the dog. I'm more worried about your tokens.
Oh, Mishka doesn't care.
Hold on. Mishka does not care.
No,
Oh,
you're good. You're good. It's there. Did I get everybody?
Yeah.
How
I'm
about
good.
you, Faxes?
I did get faxes, yeah. Were you able to move your dog? I moved it.
Yes.
I can't move Aaron.
Try again.
Can't move Sassage. Why can't I move the cow?
None of the cows can be moved.
Nope.
Tell me they can't.
I
Bless
think it
you.
deserves a roll.
Even the dog did.
This one? Is that A1? No, that's Lester.
The one between the inn and the villager's hut.
That's Wolf.
That's Wolf.
That's.
Oh, that's where I put Aaron earlier when I pulled him out.
I
Hey,
shall fix it. All right. So general consensus, you guys. There you go. Now you should be able to use it. You want to keep her around.
I don't think it's safe to keep her here. I just don't think she should go to her dad's.
Mm-hmm.
That's my issue.
I'll side with that.
You were given an option to send her back in time to meet Mishka's grandpappy by Heron.
Wouldn't that fuck with some shit if you have a blacksmith going back in time to the place where
oh my
To-
goodness, this dog.
Caveman days? Yeah, probably.
won't that fundamentally change Mishka potentially?
It won't. Heron will let you know that it's not going to change Mishka's timeline. It may change the village in sense of Mishka might not be completely just tribal. Like she might know how to work metalworks.
Mishka is gonna turn Roman.
Mishka, who's that? Hang on, I don't have a name off the top of my head. Francois.
De Lafayette.
I walked out when we were doing a consensus. Did I miss anything?
Not yet.
As far as Mishka cares, Leora has some sort of tie-in with Tiamat. She hates that and is not willing to assist.
I would have told you that she was possessed. That's not a tie-in. That just means Tiamat was bored. She could have possessed anybody.
Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-hmm.
But Mishka doesn't know this.
But if Mishka explained that's being the reasoning, I would explain.
All the splaining is happening right now, is what I'm hearing.
Mishka has a religious thing against draconic heritage. Someone has been touched by something that she considers a really big, bad, evil draconic thing. She's not mingling with it.
So for the record, you don't need Mishka's help to do it. If you guys choose to put Leora into that heritage, it is possible. However, while that is happening, I do want you guys to take note of the well. This
Take
rune,
note of the well.
This rune is glowing.
Which one? The purple one.
That's the one to the historian, I believe.
It is the one
I
to the
think.
historian.
Does glowing mean it's been activated?
Yes, glowing means it's activated.
Heron's not here anymore, are they?
They have disappeared from your vision. You don't know where she's gone or what she's doing. They're doing. Where they've gone, or what they're doing.
Well, I'm a little preoccupied because I have a house now, so I'm doing all of the workshop stuff. But we are in a group chat, so we should all be able to think at each other as loudly as we want.
You're gonna hear what sounds like a fan droning in the background. That's just Eric's white noise.
It's the only way I can sleep now. Is anyone outside by the well? Is anyone checking this?
Well, not all of you went in the building, so I'm assuming somebody saw the well light up.
I'm assuming I did because I am outside the building.
Mm-hmm.
If anyone mentions it, I'll go check it out because I know I'm one of the only people that speak Dwarvish.
More can.
Well's
And
blowing.
More will mention it.
All right, and with that, out will pop a familiar friend.
Dink.
No.
Checking it out.
Philip.
When you get up there, Dink, just as you're about to get to the well to inspect it to see what's going on, a bright flash of light will come across. You are temporarily blinded.
We're under attack.
Mm-hmm. Reasonable response. Reasonable. And out pops this lovely lady.
Do I recognize that lovely lady?
You should.
You're blind, but
It's
yeah.
the historian.
Yeah, I'm blind.
More will go. Huh. Perfect timing. Historian. Lovely to see you.
Yes. This is not
would
where I'm
be-
supposed to be, but you have a nice village here. I do approve. I do approve. How did you build the buildings? There's no trees.
Eric will
Why are you
point-
asking like that?
Eric will point to the short man rubbing his eyes beside the historian.
We'll look over. Oh, I didn't even see you there. I do apologize. And she will pick you up, Dink, and will carry you over here to the rest of the party.
I need an adult. I need an adult. I need an adult. I need an adult. Put me down, please.
She's gonna look at you and just say, "I am an adult."
I am the adult.
She is the adultiest adult that ever adulted.
Mm-hmm.
Need a better adult. I need a better adult.
And then everybody except for Mishka's obviously gonna go see her because dragon. So, I don't know why I'm here, how I got here. It's kind of creepy. This is your space. I must have taken a wrong turn somewhere. So,
Welcome to
Or-
our lives.
or did somebody say my name and the word help afterward?
I can't remember what I had for breakfast this morning.
You had oats, by the look at it.
Eric,
Yeah,
Eric
that's
is gonna perk up and then put his head back down. 'Cause don't rely on Eric for anything that matters.
All right, so how can I help? I mean, if I'm here, I might as well do something until the stupid portal closed down, so how can I help?
I look around to everybody else.
They want to put her, Mishka yells,
Mm-hmm.
pointing at Leora. Not yelling as in angry, but yelling because she's keeping her distance.
Because dragon, yep.
With my ancestral village.
Oh,
Was Heron's suggestion.
I mean,
I don't like it.
yes. It will change a lot about what you've learned and who you are, but not what you are. Leora, what do you want? And suddenly Leora is unable to speak. As in, she is trying to speak, but nothing is coming out. In fact, those of you who are standing near her, she looks like she's trying to tell a whole tale about where she wants to go, who she wants to be with, and you guys are just not, you're not getting anything.
Can I use
I hand
investigation
her-
to try to lip read?
Yeah.
I hand her my notepad, and the lip read will probably work better.
23.
Mm-hmm. Your lip reading skills are off the chart. She would rather go live in the other crystal. And she's going to say, you know which one.
I don't know why she can't talk.
No. That doesn't tell you why. Identify would, though. Or Arcana.
Hey,
No. I'm more saying that out loud.
Oh.
I don't know why she can't talk suddenly. That's weird. I glance knowingly at the historian. Though she wants to live in the other crystal, and you know what that is.
What other crystal? I say in our heads.
Fuck if I know. I say back in my head.
Eric is going to step forward, put a hand on Leora's shoulder, and it worked before, so it might as well work again. He's going to cast Identify.
Okay.
Did it not pop up in the chat?
No, it's okay. I'm believing that you're casting it. There it goes.
Oh, I hit cancel instead of cast. I'm a dumbass. I don't know why it
So,
does it twice.
because if you click and click it again, it'll do it twice. It takes a second sometimes. So, she is under the spell of silence.
Oh, do I know who's casting it?
You?
The historian.
Probably. You don't?
Was it a still silence cast?
Historian's a powerful motherfucker, guys. I don't think you didn't realize. She cast silence on Moore when she started singing without even blinking. The first time we all met her.
Yes, the first time you met her, Moore was humming a tune and then broke into song because, usually when you start humming a tune, you start singing that song. And when the historian was about to leave to go into another room, Moore was silenced. The historian did not cast a spell verbally.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's reason to believe more that, she did it to you, she could do it to Leora.
Yeah. I already assumed instantaneously. That's why I was like, I wonder what. I don't know why she can't do it. Glances directly at the historian, knowingly, but not calling her out because she can kill me if she really wanted to.
Is it quite obvious through your pantomime that you're accusing?
mm,
Probably not. I mean, you guys might know because if you were there before, you would have heard me singing and then going quiet. So you could possibly put two and two together.
no, because I
Don't
told you
think
there
I
was
was
too
there for
much
that.
noise. There's too much noise going on. Remember the giants were there making a lot of racket.
Oh.
So like
Yeah, they're
the
really good at badminton.
the only person that understood what was happening was you.
Gotcha. So then it'd probably be an insight check to see if you pick up on what I'm putting down. Because I'm not making it like stupid obvious, because like I don't want the NPCs being like, oh my god, the historian is casting spells.
Mm-hmm.
But just like, I have no idea why this is happening.
All right.
Picking up
I'll
what you're
throw my
putting
hat
down.
in the ring.
That sounds like a strength check.
How about a 20?
Nice.
You do realize that she's sarcastically remarking things and staring daggers at the historian, but not like I'm mad at you daggers, just so much as in like, what are you hiding daggers?
I trust more. I'll look directly at the historian and say, "Why are you being a dick?"
That that's not where I was going with that.
Historian's dragon, I believe more.
Oh no. Lance is typing. Someone's in trouble.
Maybe we don't pick fights with the historian, guys.
So
Nans will wink and give a cute little smile.
yeah, because I
Is
don't
that meant to
have
be
that was
whispered to
from
someone?
this from the historian, but like I could not do that because I don't have the historian. I don't have her character sheet built out yet, mainly because, as you grow, she grows. Um, yeah, but the historian will be winking and smiling a little cute smile at more like, I know you know.
I know you know, I know you know.
Exactly.
I will also add, somebody who wields their power disrespectfully is called a tyrant and not a leader. Why are you being a dick?
Well, first of all, I'm not a tyrant. Because if I was,
Acting like one.
you wouldn't be here any longer.
Yeah, I still don't know why we're even here and why you're here.
Um,
So,
More you notice that he's no longer able to speak either. You could see him talking, but he's
I can still hear him in my head because
yeah,
we're still connected.
right. But that's it. You can tell that he's not verbally saying anything. It's just the rest of you will see that. He was in the middle of a sentence, but then all of a sudden got real quiet.
Is Leora still silenced?
She is still silenced, but she's just also not talking. So you can't really tell if she's like being quiet because she realized something was up, or if she still has the spell on her.
I'm just trying to determine how powerful she is.
I provide the universal hand motion of I disagree with your actions.
Give me the big middle finger.
Yes.
Give me an Arcana more. Ooh, okay. Ooh, I have to go with the real thing.
I love being the smart character because I get to find out things, but I sometimes hate being the smart character because it makes being really high really hard.
Okay, so I know I spelled this word wrong, and it's not the exact word I want to use. But this is a simulacrum. That give you a clue enough about how powerful she is at this level.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
I hate it.
She will.
Perhaps the word you're looking for is doppelganger.
It's close.
No,
That's
simulacrum is different than a doppelganger, though, out of character.
Homunculus?
Mm-hmm.
It's also
Yeah.
different than homunculus, because simulacrum is like an identical copy, and it's a magic, a very powerful magical spell that you have to use to create it. Where like a homunculus is like an unintelligent being, I believe.
A homunculus
So,
would be
if we're
a
talking in D&D terms,
meat
yeah.
machine.
Outside of D&D terms, a simulacrum is a being that simulates you and wishes to take a life. A doppelganger is someone is an exact copy of you, and a homunculus is an artificial being.
Right. But specifically in D&D, I mean, a doppelganger.
So
Would be-
doppelgangers are a playable race. So
Right, but like doppelgangers are like
I did not know that.
doppelgangers are choosing to be that. A simulacrum is created with magic to be an identical copy of their cat creator.
correct. It almost mixed like doppelganger and golem together to create this thing. If you hurt this creature, it will affect how the original host reacts and does things. Like this one can be killed, but then again, if she's that powerful, she can just create another one. Does that make sense?
And typically in D&D terms, you can only have one simulacrum at a time, unless you're a fucking time dragon.
No, I believe you can have more
Mm-hmm.
because in Critical Role they had, I think he had 3.
He had 3, but I
3.
whispered you.
I can tell this is not the only one.
You
So
tell me the Clone Wars have begun.
Kind of.
That's
The positive thing, they do lack the ability to learn or become more powerful.
This is true. So whatever level that she created this at, this is the level that it is, and it will not get more powerful. But if it
Right.
helps, this historian has the ability to cast double silence without using an incantation, and 2 people have been silenced.
Yeah, that's a 7th level spell. That's a lot.
I hate it here.
I've been
So-
saying that for the last 4 months.
So the historian will look at you and Eric and Trina more, because obviously Miska has an issue with her, so she's not going to look at Miska. I can take her where she wants. But I need you to understand where she wants to go is worse than going back to her father.
So you're speaking for... Nope, can't talk anymore. Never mind.
You
Eric
can
is
talk.
Eric is going to pipe up. Worse in what way?
Have you ever died and come back just to die and come back again?
Not that I can remember.
It would be easier for her to die and come back again than where she would be going. Her grandfather can't even reach there. If Heron didn't suggest it, it's probably because Heron can't even fathom putting her there either.
Eric is going to look over at Leora. Is this what you want?
You'll hear her speak. I don't want you all to get hurt. And I don't want anybody to become hurt because of my being here. I've come to love you all like brothers and sisters. Been through a lot down there in those mines. You know, people hitting boulders and triggering traps on purpose. You know, it's been fun. But I can't go back to my father. And I don't want to make Mishka mad by going back to her peoples. So where do I go then?
Eric is gonna think for a second. If Aaron is right, and you are much stronger than you know yourself to be, why not stay? Work on tapping into that potential. And if you are so worried about our safety, help protect us.
That's why I became a blacksmith in the first place. To be able to create weapons and armor to help people, to protect them from me.
There's a lot to unpack there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. When I found out that this town was just you all and myself, I figured I could help you find weapons. That's why I've been insisting upon going to the well, so that I could help you guys get things to be better, you know? We found those rocks, right, Mishka?
Hmm. She'll nod.
In our heads, I'm gonna ask, what did she mean by protect? Help us protect us from her? I didn't
Because
quite pick that one up.
we're her being here is causing problems because of her father targeting us and people around her. So it's protecting us from her and the people around her.
Huh.
Eric is gonna look at Leora one more time. I do not wish for you to go, but I do not have the power necessary to stop you. The choice is yours.
So, in the conclusion of does she go, does she stay, Eric is abstaining.
Eric would like her to stay, but Eric believes that as he currently is, he is not strong enough to, or even skilled enough in anything at this point to make her feel at ease with her situation,
Mm-hmm.
or even be able to protect her entirely if something were to come after her. At least on his own. And well, oftentimes it does seem that Eric is stuck alone, especially in the blacksmith hut. Because, you know, that's Eric's place and everyone decided to move in.
Trina will speak up and say that she would prefer to have Leora stay here. That whatever comes their way, them as a group, we as a group, should be able to defend against it.
Mishka's gonna say she withdraws her vote. She's abstaining and walks off.
We all know what Faxes would say in this situation. Faxes would definitely want her to stay because she's part of the group.
I
That's
am
just who
not
he is.
going to speak for Faxis. When he comes back next week, we can ask him. Or we can
Yeah.
just, ask him in chat and have him respond that way.
I will message him.
Mm-hmm. Dink, you will feel a lightness come over you, like you can speak now.
I don't say anything.
Well, they need your vote or your input about where she goes or where she doesn't go.
Well, I did vote earlier that I was siding with Moore and Trina.
Okay.
Well, Trina doesn't want her to leave, and Moore wants her to leave.
Yeah.
Or not stay here, but I don't know if going. I don't like the other options either.
Rough. It's rough.
If I need to say something, I'll say she stays. If she would like to.
I believe with me withdrawing my vote, there is no longer any votes with sending her away. Of the party, that is. I don't know about anyone else.
Yeah, we don't.
Technically mine-ish.
Mhm.
Axis is responding currently.
Oh, is he responding with his migraine?
Sure.
Yeah.
We're sharing all this. This is our grain.
Communist green. Alright, I got a one-word answer. Stay.
All right, so then I suggest for now she stays here. More, you're gonna have a little tiny, um, smooth edge, and it's got a rune on it. It's a sending stone. Even though sending stones don't typically work across planes, if you need me, give me a call.
Moore will nod.
I believe right now the best place for her is here. I understand your fears. I understand the worry that if she can summon one very gigantic problem, she will be able to summon more.
Well, Heron also said currently he doesn't see, or they don't see any future for any of us currently.
I don't think Moore's that much of a problem, though. I mean,
Mishka. Heron is worried because the timeline isn't set right, because you've been pulled from where you belong. More, you are not from this time. This is not your place. This is Trina's place. And this is Dink's place. However, Mishka and Faxis and Eric, they're not from this place. They've been pulled here. The five of you have been pulled together for a specific purpose by the wizard. That purpose is unknown to me. I am working on trying to figure that out. When I do, I will be the first to tell you.
comment in our brains. Do we even know who the wizard is, or is it just the wizard?
We don't know anything about him, other than the fact that he invented the globe and pulled us all here.
So it could be a historian. Or it could be the time dragon saying, "Oh, I can't see the future."
Or it could be the
It could
rock
be
behind
either of
you.
them. Or it could be the rock behind me.
Like, we have no clue. That's just apparently how powerful this wizard is.
I don't trust any of them.
Alright. So I'm taking this as the historian is about to leave.
No, the rune hasn't reactivated. She's here, and if the conversation literally is ending there, she will walk off, taking a look around your village.
Oh. Well, as she walks off, Eric will try to catch up with her.
Before I'm fading, I'm gonna go lay down.
Okay.
I guess.
Sleep well.
Have a good night, more.
Feel better.
Rest well.
Okay, so.
There you go.
hmm hmm Yeah, she's gonna go take a look around. Eric, you can catch up with her. She's not going very fast.
It's bad for your eyes to look at a screen like that.
About what time of day is it?
I'd say it's almost time to start cleaning up and getting ready to wash up and make dinner stuffs.
Okay. Worst part is after I said the Clone Wars begins, the fucking theme is stuck in my head.
hmm So, Eric,
Oh, this is it's I'm whispering it.
you are whispering it, okay? I don't know if I should whisper back. Dink, what are you up to?
Seething in my hut.
Because you got silenced.
Seething in my hut because I take.
That was by the way,
I
Nance,
take
that
high.
was
Go ahead.
I just wanted to clarify that was towards the historian.
Yes. Yes.
Is she just not going to respond, or is she just going to look at me and shrug?
I'm typing.
Okay. Because you said you weren't sure if you were going to whisper back. I'm like, I kind of need
Yeah.
before I make a decision.
All right, so Dink, what are you doing?
Seething in my hut because I take a serious insult to somebody who flexes their power against somebody's opinion that takes away their freedom.
Their autonomy.
Automatons? Where?
Right
Oh
next
God,
to
there's
the
Eric.
store.
There's Charlie. Eric. There's Eric all over the place.
Eric just busts through the wall. Automatons? Where? Assimilate.
They're in the wheat. They're in the wheat.
Robots of the corn. Robots of the corn.
So,
Oh man.
upon hearing
That'd
that,
be
Eric will go back
amazing.
to Leoric.
Okay.
Dink may continue. My apologies.
Nope, you're good. Dink, when you get in there, you're gonna find a new hammer. Bless you.
Do I recognize this hammer?
Nope, but it's shiny.
It's Mjolnir.
I look around. Can I see if there's any clues of what dropped it here?
Nope.
I relinquish the information to the brain people. There's a hammer here, and if I come out with a really weird look in my eye and I'm starting to swing it at anybody and I'm going crazy, just put me down. And then I pick up the hammer.
Eric will reply with, "You are already crazy."
I can see that that other part of your brain. I pick up the hammer. That other part of your brain is starting to turn on. Your humor center is coming online very nicely. Dick. I inspect the
Heard
hammer.
something about putting someone down. She goes outside of her hut.
This is when we realize being humorous at all. This is just how Eric views Dink at this point. It's slight insanity.
So the hammer
It's
you're
fine.
gonna
It's not far off.
the hammer you pick up, it is not cursed. It's actually fairly light in weight, considering it's a hammer.
Now, is this like a tool hammer or a war hammer?
You don't know because you're not there.
Is it a tool hammer or a war hammer?
So you don't know because you haven't swung it yet.
Does it look like I can pound a nail into wood, or can I pound a piece of wood through a person?
So it looks like you can pound a piece of nail through rock.
Okay.
Through a person.
Well,
That's
I
a
need
good
to
one.
I need to hang up this because we don't have nails. I need to hang up this wooden peg in this hole so it can hold other tools. That's what I've been doing, making it a workshop. So I will nudge the shim into the wood there, and I'll give you a little tap on the back with the hammer.
Roll a d20.
The whole fucking wall blows out.
11, right down the middle, pretty good.
That's great. That's great. What is your strength modifier?
If 0 plus 0, it's 10, I think. Yeah, I'm just at 10.
Cool. When you go to gently tap the hammer to the wood splinter, pretending to be a nail, it blows a hole through the back of the building.
I immediately say in the brain in the group chat, "That was me. Sorry. It's a good hammer."
For the rest of
I
you,
just
what
still
you're
don't
going to
know.
hear is an explosion and dust coming up from the back of the tinkerer's shop.
Oh, I gotta fucking fix that now.
Eric is just gonna lean over to Lior and say, "Remind me to never let him tinker."
Damn it. Shit. I'm just gonna give you a little tap in the back of the head, okay, Eric? Boom!
Hold on. When you say the back of the tinker shop, that's facing my shop?
Oh,
No, it's facing out to the wheat field. It's over here.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how I had it.
Collateral damage.
But you will feel your building shake and rattle, and dust will fall everywhere.
I stop, I look at the hammer, and go, "You're not for nails."
Or are you?
Does it reply?
Oh my god. I just found this great hammer. It's called Bonk MK2.
I want it. Do I have it?
You do not. No, that is not what you have. But it has a secondary like awakening action called Bonk. Oh, I'm dying. I love it. Hold on. I'm gonna put it in chat so you guys can love it too.
The Throngler.
There you go.
Bonk.
Bonk.
It's an acronym. What?
And then here's what it looks like.
Just to be clear, this is not my hammer, right?
That is not what you have in your hand now.
Thank God.
That's definitely a two-handed weapon right there.
I
That
am
is
assuming that the hammer that I have is a one-handed hammer.
It is. It is a one-handed hammer.
so
Okay.
for those who can't see this in our, because I know this is being recorded, it's literally a wooden hammer, with a pressure gauge, and a jet engine.
Yeah, yeah. Hammer on one side, jet engine on the back.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of reminds me of Reinhardt's hammer.
I was about to make an anime reference, but I like yours better.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Eric is going to take Leora back to the smithing hut because she's obviously like not okay.
She's a
So
little quiet. I wouldn't say that she's not okay. It's more she's
processing.
yes. Yeah, she's processing and trying to understand like why do you guys want to keep her around after all the trouble she's caused?
Well, if anyone knows anything about processing, it's the robot.
Wow. Wow.
I'm not
Wow.
even mad about that one.
Just wow. Wow,
Hey, Eric,
okay.
has it been 4 months yet?
Oh,
Mm,
it has been 4 months. Even if we're judging these last 2 weeks as 1 week, it's been 4 months.
why?
Although, Jack, I do believe that's meta knowledge. So
That's why I didn't say anything else.
exactly. Um. So while we're in here, Eric is going to question about his quarterstaff because he remembers giving it to Leora.
Mm-hmm.
Be like, he is going to say, "I am curious of the progress you have made." Trying to, get her mind off the current situation.
Mm-hmm. She will point to the corner.
All right, Eric is going to go over and pick it up.
It is the same quarterstaff you had before. It hasn't moved.
It has nothing.
Nothing, nope. She has literally just been in that kind of a slump where she cannot fathom doing anything to it. So it's literally just sitting there as it was.
Even after she shattered the 5 foot blue emerald,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
tried imbuing it with magic. Okay.
Right now, that's where it is. And
Okay.
you could see that that's not where she wants it, but right now with the things that have been going on with her, that's where it's at.
Hmm. So it's literally just the same thing. Just
It is. It is. And she hasn't touched it, so you gave it to her to work on it.
God,
She
dink.
did the thing and hasn't done anything.
um, Eric is just going to leave it where it's at. He doesn't necessarily need it at this point.
Hmm.
He'll go back to the ore and say, "I see. A project for later then."
Yeah.
And then he'll try to look friendly. He can't smile, but you can imagine he's giving her a warm smile. Um, and that's where Eric is going to leave that for now.
Okay. Um, she will pick up her smithing tools and go over to the big hot fireplace. I can't think of the name of it right now.
Forge,
There you
the
go, the
kiln.
forge. The kiln is what I was thinking of, but that didn't sound right.
Wow.
But like she's gonna go over there and she is going to pull out a long tube like structure. It has glass at the end of it, and she's going to pick it up and she's going to start blowing some glass.
Who's glass blowing?
Who's blowing what?
Leora's is glass blowing. Mm-hmm.
Giggity.
Okay. She knows how to blow glass.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, by the way, um, Dink, the item that you have, the hammer you have, it is in the compendium. It is called the Hammer of Decrees.
Okay. Not sure why you gave me that.
Because an animatite hammer, part of a smith's tools. I know you're not a dwarf, but still.
Compendium.
So, it's the one
Compendium.
right next to the speaker box. Top right-hand corner.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see where the
Got
journals
it.
is? Here's how you spell it.
I got it. Oh. Okay.
Mishka,
Mishka.
when you get back from your little adventure with the dragons, you're gonna find that kid in there, still mashing away at making some flour. But one of the bags is back there. It looks odd. Looks different.
I will open the bag.
He has been able to pull out the oats without damaging them, so you have effectively have steel oats.
I will give him a slight nod.
He will grin, and then you will see that he's got a burst of energy and is now working twice as hard as he was a moment ago.
I'm going to raise my hand for him to stop. I'll take it from, take the corn from him and start working myself.
Corn?
Corn. Quern, the hand mill.
Okay, yes.
What is your name?
Albert?
Albert. 2 weeks, and she'd never bothered to learn his fucking name.
Nope, didn't. You just kept calling him the boy. and and he was
My
okay with
boy.
it.
My boy.
Why are you here?
Mm, because this is something to do, and you were mean and gave me a job, and I actually like it.
You like this?
I like working, and I like making food, and like this is the beginning parts of making food, right?
I suppose so.
Am I
Are your
am I
parents are your parents all right with this?
you don't have any?
Hold up. You said he had parents last session.
I did.
About to be Daddy Mishka.
Mis-
Mommy
My
Mishka.
Misha. I did tell you that he had parents.
Guardians or
No, I told you he had parents. The DM told you he had parents. He, however, is telling you that he does not have any parents.
we pulled him into into the hut last time.
You
What
did.
do you mean you don't have?
Oh, you're sorry. You're okay. I apologize. Keep going.
Yeah. What do you mean you don't have parents?
You know, I've been here for 2 whole weeks in this hut, working with you, and sometimes not with you because you go out and help other people do other things. But not once have my parents been by to see where I'm at or what I'm doing. How can I have parents if parents don't come to look at me?
She'll nod. Hmm. Where are you from?
We came from the east. And the city that I was in before this was called Telvar. Telvor.
Would I know of it?
Roll a history. You do know of it. You also know that it's mostly a human city, so you and your tribe do tend to stay away from it. But the um, merchants that would come close to your village so that you could purchase certain goods that you could not make on your own, they spoke of it a lot. It's a massive city. You would almost think it would be the capital, but it is not.
We traded furs there. From the merchants, how the merchants described it, I think I'd hate it there.
Hmm. Well, we had to leave because of the fires.
Hmm.
The whole slums was set ablaze. Not many of us got out.
Oh. I'm gonna look out the window. Is the sun still up?
Just barely, but yes.
You're done for today, kid. Wash up. You did good.
I can work some more.
You did enough.
He'll put on a
Tomorrow,
pouty face, but he will
hey,
hold his head high, and he will go wash up.
tomorrow we're shearing sheep.
I have not sheared a sheep. How do you shear a sheep?
Very carefully.
I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. I knew it. I'm about to-
Yep, it was echoing in my head too. We all heard that thought.
Carefully.
Carefully so you don't cut the sheep. Then we'll spin the wool into yarn or whatever other string we can make. And how's the kids' clothes looking?
Pretty raggedy. Not so much that like it's falling off. Holes and stuff that were on there are patched up. He's been taken care of. He's just not right now. His parents aren't worried about where he's at because it's not like he can go anywhere, you know.
Yeah. Let's see what we can do to make you a jacket.
A jacket, like a fancy one.
Mishka's gonna take her wool coat off and toss it at him. It's considerably larger, like this.
Mhm. Mhm.
It's not fancy. It's a heavy wool jacket that the buttons have fallen off a long time ago and been replaced with wooden toggles. There's a couple of patches, and it's more or less handmade.
But it's fancier than what I had. So this is fancy. And he will run over to you and give you a hug.
I'll awkwardly pat him on the head.
And then he will go wash up and get ready to sleep.
I'm gonna look over at the dog.
Hmm.
With an almost confused look.
His dog finally gonna speak.
Yep. He will. You did good, Mishka. The boy needs a mentor.
This just got weird.
I mean, don't forget, all of our wolves are once people.
This is
Oh,
a
yeah.
fucking drug trip.
Yes, it is.
He could have a better one. And with that, Mishka's gonna walk out of the hut.
Oh, poor
Dog will just
Mishka.
look. Dog will just look at Mishka. Now leave so I may lick myself. Human turned into a dog, but still has the dog tendency. That's hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Mishka's gonna
Um,
go find the kid's parents.
this lady's gonna come up to you first, though. Would you like some
Oh, I have a
cheese?
feeling her name is Karen.
Oh wait, hang on. How cold is it?
It's not the cheese.
No, temperature outside.
Oh, the sunset. I would say that it's still a brisk 76.
Yeah, I should keep the jacket off.
This lady is going to offer you some cheese.
I'm gonna look at the cheese. I'm going to look at her.
Mm-hmm.
And back down at the cheese.
Mm-hmm.
And just gonna throw an inside out.
Okay.
Definitely not poison.
What are you looking for?
Ulterior motive.
Nope, it's just cheese that she has, and because there's no refrigeration, she's trying to make sure it doesn't go to waste.
Okay. She'll grab a small chunk of cheese.
I just realized
Thank you.
something.
Mm-hmm. You're
Do
welcome.
you guys want to? Do you guys want to know the most tragic part about Eric's story?
Yeah.
He'll never be able to savor the delicacy that is cheese.
Nope, you will not. She's gonna, Misha, you're gonna see her pop into the tinker shop. Mr. Tinker Person, would you like some cheese?
I turn around with just crazy eyes looking at this hammer after I've attuned it. I look
Mhm.
right at them and go, I love cheese!
Okay. Here
I
you
would love some cheese, thank you. You want to see a trick? Never mind. I'll take some cheese.
Whenever you,
Okay.
whenever you said that, my first thought was like the guy from SpongeBob. Chocolate.
Yeah, kinda.
Mm-hmm.
Hammer, hammer,
Cheese.
cheese,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
hammer.
So she's going to leave like a fourth of a wheel sitting at your stool there on a
Oh
plate,
god.
and she's going
That's
to
like
walk off. I mean, you were crazed. So she's going to
the
walk off.
size of my chest.
Mm-hmm.
I insight check the cheese, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Nothing wrong with it.
We're good. What are your
Just-
motives, cheese?
Yep. And then she's gonna move over to Eric. And she's gonna pop her head in there. She's gonna go around to everybody. Mr. Eric, sir, would you like some cheese?
Eric
Do
is
you
going
got
to
any cheese?
to look at her and just ask, "What is cheese?"
We'll shove it in your face. This is cheese. Came from a
It'll
cow
just
named
it'll
Sausage.
just
It just smashes against the faceplate.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just smeared across my face.
Yum.
Eric,
Take-
Eric
Yum.
will,
Yum.
Eric will look at this lady. I do not understand the purpose of this.
Of cheese? Or me smashing it
Oh.
in your face? I'm not sure what your question is, sir.
He takes his marker and draws on the angry eyes.
The slightly concerned that she doesn't. The slightly concerned eyes. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Eric is just gonna run a quick perception check
Okay.
on a lady to be like, is she a bit, different in the head a little bit, because does she not real? Oh, Eric doesn't know the difference.
She seems intelligent enough, even with an 8, you can tell she seems intelligent enough to understand people need mouths to eat. However, she doesn't want to exclude you because of the obvious. She wants to include you.
Mm.
Because, excluding you would be rude.
Somebody gets it.
And then,
Eric-
obviously she's going to offer some to Leora and Trina.
When she goes to leave, Eric is going to stop her and say, "I appreciate the gesture, but know that any food is wasted on me. It is best to keep it for others who need it."
Mommy had you, I see.
Okay, but still, like, could I get you something else?
Eric is going to think for a moment.
The blood of your enemies.
If you come across any types of herbs or mushrooms, I would be interested.
There's mushrooms right behind that building over there, right?
I am aware.
Are those not the kind of mushrooms you're looking for? These are not the droids you are looking for.
I
They
don't want
would
to sell you
suffice.
mushrooms.
I am only suggesting in case you come across any others.
Oh. Okay.
This is not the Eric you're looking for.
This is not the perception you're looking for.
I will do, thanks.
Alright. After she leaves, Erica's gonna go over to Leora.
Okay.
He's gonna sit down next to her as she continues to work. Is she still blowing glass, or is she on something else?
She sure is.
Okay.
It's
He's
blowing
going
different
to-
types of glass. Like, one looks like a beaker. The other one is something that looks similar to um it's twisted and turned almost like she's getting ready to build a alchemical setup.
We're gonna have 3 of those.
Yes, we are. So Eric is going to start chatting with her and remind her of the first time she came here. How fascinated she was and how badly she wanted to tinker on Eric.
But then you said no.
I was unsure. But now I have something that requires your assistance.
Okay.
And if she's dexterous enough to blow glass, she should be more than capable of this. Eric is going to reveal to her the hand in his pack.
You traitor.
And explain to her the
Mm-hmm.
how it came across and how he's probably been planted here. Likely, same thing he told everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
He will then hold out his own and ask Leora, would it be possible to swap them?
Give me a second. Let me look real quick. You will see her demeanor has changed 1,000%. All of a sudden, she's now really up close and personal. If you were all human, you would blush. Here she is.
Because didn't she want to go to Tinkertown to learn how to work on Warforged? Like, wasn't that one of her original things?
That is her goal, is to be able to create a Warforged.
All right.
All right, so I'm gonna roll this. We're going to see if she is going to do the thing. She's going to look at your arm.
Let me know if I can twist the skein on this one at all, or give her, enhanceability.
So she doesn't need it because she's awesome. She's going to pull the metal off of your arm, and at first she's like very tentative because she thinks that there is an actual arm inside of there. When she disconnects your arm at the shoulder, you feel it go away, But the sensation of pain or anything that would be there for a normal person is not there for you.
Eric is going to pipe up, and he's going to explain to Leora that there is something slightly magical about that spare left forearm.
Slightly magical? Whoever told you this was slightly magical, they lied to you.
Is it very magical?
Mm-hmm.
Well, regardless, I am unaware of what will happen when it becomes active. So consider yourself warned.
Hmm. If that's the case, then maybe we really should get Dink.
You're going to see somehow Eric's lenses of eyes are going to
Mm-hmm.
something no one's ever seen before. He's going to look dead at Leora's eyes. Are you sure?
Yes, because the spell that is sitting in here is a 9th level spell, and I'm going to need help getting it in.
And on that note, I'm gonna walk in with my new hammer and say,
That was
I'm
the
a-
wrong time to take a drink, man.
I'm gonna back into the door because I'm staring at the hammer. I'm gonna use my back to open the door, and I'm gonna be like, "Hey, Leora, funny story. I have this new.
You're just gonna
Hey!
see
Is this
You-
Leora
what?
holding Eric's left
Why are you
arm.
hold?
Hey, you got
Why
my
are you up
hammer I
close and
gave
personal?
you.
Oh, this is yours?
Yes.
Why'd you give me your hammer?
Well, I didn't give you my hammer. I made that and gave it to you because I figured you could use it. I have one of my own, and she'll show you the same one that you're holding, just in a different color.
Hers is electric blue.
What color is mine?
Yours is green.
Green. Okay, cool. I like green. Oh, so. Oh, I messaged you earlier, Nans.
I
Uh,
saw.
Once I attune to it, do I know the history of it?
No,
Not necessarily a history, but like, it's for smithing,
it is.
right?
It's for artisan tools. So I'll explain later how that works fully for you and Tinker Tools and everything else. But
Okay.
yeah, but you
Gotcha.
don't know anything about it. I mean, other than it blew a hole in your wall. Because
Yeah.
literally the creator is sitting right there.
Yeah, it's really cool. I have a window to install now. It's a long story. You probably heard the boom, but thanks. I I got some. Uh, I gotta get used to it,
Mm-hmm.
but I love tools. Thank you very much.
So before you go off anywhere, you want to help me put his arm back on?
He lost an arm.
Holds up
Ooh,
his
is
arm
he
while just
gaining a third arm?
no.
Okay, no, I'm completely in now. Yes, I'll help you with anything. I'm curious. What's going on?
Eric is going to explain that we are trying to swap his left arm's forearm with the spare one that he showed him earlier.
The one with the demonic eye in the middle of it. You want to put that on your body?
That's a great idea.
Eric is going to sit here and look at Dink and say, I know you do not entirely trust her, but the historian may have suggested I.
Uh-huh.
Sorry.
Uh-huh.
Eric is once again going to look at Dink very seriously. If I did not consider it important, I would not allow you to help with this.
We're gonna unpack that later because that was a little offensive to me, but we're gonna put that aside. Can I see the arm?
And before You go to work on it. Eric is going to hold your shoulder with his right hand, look at you and say, "Remember, if anything negative is to happen, I do not require sleep."
Mm.
I'm gonna hold up my new hammer and like kind of wave it next to me and be like, "Have you met my friend Juan?"
So,
That's a story for another time.
she is going to chuck the arm at you, take a dink, and she's gonna go, all right, Eric, listen, I need you to not stasis, but close to stasis. Do you want to know what spell is in here before I attach it, or do you just want me to go for it and hope for the best?
I raise my hand. I would like to know.
You don't
I
get
would
to ask.
definitely
Nope,
like to know.
nope, you don't get to ask. This is
So
Eric's thing.
it's gonna blow up in my face, and okay, sure.
Well, it's gonna blow up in Eric's face and yours because we're there. But
Eric's gonna look at Dink, look at his hammer, look back at Dink. Perhaps I should learn of it on my own.
We're not using the hammer. Don't worry. We're not using Juan.
Eric is a little bit more skeptical now that you have this all-powerful hammer.
wait, you named it Juan? Really?
Yeah, because it's always ready.
Wow.
It's a joke from another dimension that Leora would not get.
Nope.
Yeah,
It's kind
I
of
knew this
weird.
guy. His name's
It
Juan.
seems like the world just stops for 10 minutes at a time, and then suddenly we all hear Juan, and it starts again.
Yeah, we called him Wani on the spot. That was just his nickname back at home.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay. I want you to roll a d100 for that.
Mhm.
Okay, that's acceptable.
If it's a
First-
prime number,
It's the first one of this game.
It
Wow.
is. It is.
And the DM didn't even say it.
Nope, I
35 a
didn't.
prime number.
So I think this is a bogus roll. Good job.
I think it is.
No, 35 is not a prime number.
I don't know.
That's right.
I don't do math. You talk to the
But
wrong
either
person.
way, I'd like to use my DM's inspiration to make him re-roll that.
Sure.
Yeah. Go ahead,
Here we
reroll that.
go.
Prime numbers are only divisible between itself and 1.
That might be. He's googling it. Nobody knows prime numbers. Don't lie.
37 is in fact a prime number. I had to make sure because look at my.
Right now I'm cleaning up a mess because I put the kettle on to make some tea.
Mhm.
Overfilled it a little bit, so when I looked over, it was spewing water out of the fucking spout.
Oh, Jack. All right. So
I really need to clean this fucking stove.
as she throws you the arm dink and you're looking at it, you can feel the massive energy coming off of this.
I was planning on inspecting it and not taking anybody's word for it, but trying to figure out
You won't be
what
able
is
to
in
figure
it,
out what spell level it is because it's the 9th level spell.
or if I can't figure out what spell it is, then I'd like to try and figure out if this has anything regarding its circuitry that would hold some, for lack of a better term, virus that would infect whatever it's connected to.
It
Seeing
would
if
not.
there's anything weird of the circuitry itself.
Nope, the circuitry is perfectly sound. It does exactly what it's supposed to do. It's just it's not his original, and now he's gonna basically
Okay.
get an upgrade.
So basically, what I want to explain here, I know you're saying circuitry. To explain what you're seeing on really your guys' first true insight on inside of Eric, it's more or less ball and cap joints as well as small cogs that fit together near seamlessly.
Okay.
There is no wires. There is no
Well,
Yeah, there is-
as a clockmaker, I would understand that quite well.
Yeah, it's basically
is
like
that
clockwork
correct?
on the inside,
Okay.
but a lot more advanced.
Right.
He's a
So I have
special
a
automaton.
so GM question. Would I have a rudimentary understanding of this thing
You
being
know
a
how
clockmaker?
you would know how if you put like this one piece of something or whatever into that one little slot, it would stop the whole arm from working. Like the gears in motion are moving, and you can tell that they're moving in the right direction, and you can tell that they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. However, you don't know why they're doing what they're doing. You don't know what they're powering up for or where they're drawing the power from.
Okay, so I have an understanding of it, but I don't understand how it's being powered.
It's very rudimentary understanding, yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
Like,
You
and
know how
when,
gears work.
yeah, yeah, you know how gears work. And some of the gears, when you look at them, you're like, they're floating, they're spinning, but doing nothing. Why? It doesn't make sense.
Magnets.
Yeah, sort of. All
Magnets and
right.
For
mirrors.
for Eric, you'll know, like, you'll see a different side of Dink when I get the arm and I start actually looking at it and trying to understand it. You see his face completely change, and I turn into like just somebody else. And no words are spoken. I'm just looking at this thing, rolling it over in my hands, being very inquisitive, and almost like a surgeon. I look at this thing as if, well, quite literally, I'm about to do surgery.
So now between the two of you and Leora, I need you guys to roll. First a Tinker's Tools check. Eric, they're getting ready. They've asked you if you're ready. It's basically hold your breath type thing.
Eric is going to nod at them both, and then it seems like he's going into stasis, but he's just really, really good at sitting still.
Which is what she needs you to do. All right, go ahead and roll your Tinker's Tools.
Is this gonna be advantage?
No, it is you're working one side of the arm while she's working the other. It's like,
Ju-
double
just to be
tattoo
clear,
type thing.
well, you said you'd explain it later. I am attuned to the hammer. That's why I was asking, but that's
It
fine.
takes an hour for you to attune to something.
Oh, I thought it was 10 minutes. My bad.
No, it's an hour.
Tinker's tools check. You want this done with strength or dex?
Those are decks.
Cool. How about a 25?
Very nice. Very nice. You rolled the same number with the same number die. Eric, you're going to feel your elbow connect all of the sudden.
My elbow.
Yes, because it's going from your elbow down.
Ah, gotcha.
It connects, and you feel this general energy surge. I need you to roll me a constitution.
Save or check?
Dealer's choice.
Well, they're both +1, so
Is there any way I could help him?
Nope,
No,
you're
it's
too
probably all
busy.
internal.
wait. I'm
Mhm.
going to twist the sky on that one, which is either going to be really good.
At least it wasn't in that one.
Yeah, we'll see how this goes. D20, please higher than a 10. Oh my god. That's a 2.
So here's the lovely
You
thing.
can.
Give a DM's inspiration.
Alright. I'm just going to DM Inspiration that comment.
Mm-hmm.
And no matter what, I'm not going to twist the skein on this. God.
Can you use your DM's inspiration for somebody else?
Yes.
13.
And if you want to, you can use it to make him have that 18.
since she's suggesting it.
Yeah, let's do that.
Cool. Because he's gonna need it. Eric, you've never felt pain before. You feel it now. It
Software
is.
update complete.
Uh-huh.
Pain.exe downloaded.
Yep. Uh-huh. This feels like somebody has gone inside of your head, ripped something out, and is now just mashing their fist inside of it. You would normally be able to see, but right now all you can see is flashes of hot light. It hurts. This is something you've never experienced before, and you don't know quite how to take it or react to it. Um, Yelling would not help fix this situation, but if you choose to yell, you may.
How does Eric deal with pain?
Seeing as how this might be the first time he knows that this is pain.
I don't like it. Take
So-
it off. I don't like it. Take it off.
It's attached, right? It's not
It-
gonna. It's not gonna.
Correct. It's not 100% attached, but you can feel fingers starting to move, and if it was a muscle starting to engage.
For a split second, Eric's entire body, all the joints, everything, is going to go completely limp. It almost seems like he's going to fall to the floor
Mhm.
before he catches himself, and he starts moving his head around like rapidly, completely unaware of his surroundings.
Mm-hmm. Because you
then-
guys rolled the tinkering tool so well, while he is basically throwing a fidget fit, you're able to maintain what it is that you're doing, and then you can finish describing what you were saying.
So, is it a lasting pain, or is it just like for the first?
It's a lasting pain. We haven't finished yet.
So, Eric is going to try to remain
Mhm.
still, but his joints and everything, they are going to constantly fidget because he's never felt pain before. He doesn't know what this is, and so his body's learning how to read.
Misha, you
I'm
are
gonna-
going to hear what's going on based off of where you're at. You can roll to see if you care or not. But yeah, he is.
You know me too well.
I
I'm
do.
gonna
Misha
try
does
and
not care.
Does not care. Nope. On
I'm
this
gonna
next,
forget that Eric is a robot, and
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna start talking to him like a person, because I could tell something is going on with him, and I'm
Mhm.
just gonna say, "We got this. We got this. Everything is lining up perfectly. You're okay.
Actually,
You're okay."
she would care because she was looking for Dink.
He's
He's not in the Tinkler shop, so she's gonna head over to the blacksmith.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. When you get in there, you're going to find them, and what you actually see is Leora slap Dink across the face, telling him to pay attention, that Eric can take care of himself. That if you slip even one minute finger out of place, we could go blowing up to Kingdom Come. That's what you hear, Mishka, as you enter in the room, as they are attaching an arm. While you do that, Mishka, you're doing the roleplay part there. Dink, go ahead and roll a Smith's tools.
Proficiently?
Yes.
Okay.
Don't you have
I
that Smith's hammer now?
can't. I don't have that button.
Oh,
But that's based off of strength, so you want me to just roll a d20 as
Sure.
if I was proficient?
And use your proficiency modifier and your strength modifier.
Okay.
So,
Mm,
Mishka, what are you doing while you walk in to see them literally riding on top of Eric, trying to keep him still as they are attaching what looks like a limp arm, and you see another arm over on the floor.
Evens I stay, odds I go.
our
bye-bye.
proficiency is +3,
I've
right?
decided that Dink is fairly occupied, and I'm just gonna go do that other thing I was planning to do. Then I see the historian over there, and I go the other way.
And then you see Faxus just hanging there, and then you're like, I should just sit down.
Our proficiency is +3 or +2 right now?
1.
What? No, 1.
What is
Isn't
it?
proficiency?
It's not
No,
based
that's
off
You
your.
Mine,
can't.
I mean,
mine
it
is
is.
+2.
Yes, it's +2. It's based off your level, but not based off your level. Like because you're level 2, you get a proficiency
Oh,
of +2.
I see it now. Yeah, I just didn't see it. It's tiny font.
Yep, yep, yep.
How about a 20?
Cool, cool. She's going to give you the death stare. Don't fuck
What?
this up.
Who?
Leora. She's going to look you in the eyes. Don't fuck this up. Put your hand here, and she will gently take your hand and shove it into his elbow. Like you're now elbow deep into his elbow.
I don't like this.
And you found this small cogwheel that is not like it bent the frame bent just a little bit and you're pushing it back into place. And she's going to lock eyes with you.
I'm
On
gonna
the
bite my lower lip.
on the count of 3, I am going to push this button here and you're going to pull your arm out. I need a dex save. 1,
Sure, whatever you say.
2, 3. Okay,
19.
she pushes the button and you do manage to get your arm out. Relief flows over you, Eric.
And me.
So at the last moment that Eric stops feeling pain, all you're gonna hear is
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
as if his entire system was just rebooted.
You feel this immense relief. The pain is gone. Everything is relaxed. Dink, she's checking over certain like little pieces here and there that just need to get tightened down correctly the whole way through. She then puts the final casing over top, looks over at Eric. You did great, but be warned that was just the first part. They get harder after this.
I have sweat pouring down my face, and I'm like sitting back on my hands, sitting down. I'm gonna look at Eric and go, "Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're a real boy now, bud."
I think my uncle told me. That's a joke. That's a joke.
Now that the
Funny
screaming is
story.
done, I'm going to poke my head in through the window.
Uh-huh. Poke your
Funny
head in.
story. I
So,
almost lost an
so
arm giving you an arm.
update on Mishka's appearance. So halfway down his arm, it goes from his normal brass with silver etchings to pure bronze left arm.
Pure bronze. Mm-hmm.
It's like it's obviously a different part.
It
And
is.
I'm
in his palm is that Illuminati eye, the all-seeing eye. Not the triangle, just the eye itself.
The Eye of Sauron. Got it.
All right, Miska, you pop your head back in.
That was a lot of screaming. What are you guys doing?
gonna smile and point at Eric. He's he's a real boy now.
Leora is going to go over, kiss Dink on the top of the head. He's a great tinkerer. And then she's going to go pick up that quarterstaff and she's going to start tinkering.
Hey, Dink, would it be a bad time for me to ask a project for you?
Kinda, but what you got?
Well, I can either make this myself, but it won't be good. Or I'm willing to bet you guys know how to make a better loom than I can.
Ah, really funny. I got this, and I pull out my hammer. I got Juan from Leora, and that was a joke. And yeah, Juan would love to build you something. I need some practice, anyways.
Good. Sweet. What the fuck were you guys doing?
Making a boy. I'm tired.
Eric is gonna cap Dink on the backside of his head,
Gently.
arguably gently.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and there's another project coming up. I need camp supplies, wood specifically, both for building and burning.
Yeah, easy. I got that.
Sweet. Yeah. I pat you on the head and I go to leave.
There's a lot of head patting going on. You get kissed, you get thumped, and now you're getting patted.
I got patted, I got slapped, I got almost exploded, almost
Mhm.
lost an arm.
A lot happened to Dink this episode in the last
the,
10 minutes.
Uh,
the life of a crafter. All you get is
there's
hurt
one.
hands and sometimes a paycheck, and nobody ever wants to pay full price for anything.
There's one last thing on my docket before we end. I had like 5 things I want to do this session. I need to go around and find at least 2 other people who are capable outdoorsy folk to go on the fishing.
Wow, lucky for you, I just found tokens of fisherman tokens, so you have some.
Fisherman tokers. Oh
Uh-huh.
wow, there's some good fishermen.
Yep.
And I would like their names and who they are. And
What? What? An actual name? Miska.
I'm definitely not making my own sub faction here. The thieves, the Quakers.
The movers and the shakers.
Ah,
Oh, and I almost forgot what I set out to do originally. I need to go find that kid's parents.
me too. I was coming back to that before we ended. Don't worry.
I
All right.
actually forgot about that, so.
It's all good. I got you. All right. So you're looking for the kid's parents.
I'm assuming Albert would have headed towards them at some point.
He did head back that way toward the end where most people are staying, but you will see that he ran past the inn and now they're in the fields. They are up dangerously close to the magic circle.
I'm gonna whistle for the dog because the dog runs faster than I do.
This is sketchy as fuck. My screen just
I did that.
zoomed in on. Oh,
Once the dog gets here, I'm going to tell the dog to get the boy.
Okay. The boy will be gone and gotten.
What are you doing by the circle?
My parents are over there. You know, the lack thereof.
This dude really hates his parents.
He does. He really does.
Just shitting on him at every fucking turn.
We're going to head up towards where his parents are then.
Okay. Are you taking the kid with you?
And he'll follow if he wants.
Well.
I need to.
I have a new mommy.
Because here's the thing with the kid. I'm not exactly ordering him to do shit. I tell him to do something. If he wants to do it, she doesn't care if he does or not.
So I'm gonna go for the night. We need to dip. The dogs need to be put to bed, and we need to head out.
Okay.
I'll see you back here in a few then.
We'll see.
Ooh, wow.
So where are these 2?
They're about right there, about to step inside the circle.
Grab each of them by the shoulder. Is there anyone else here?
No, it's just the 2 of them.
What are you 2 doing?
circle's calling to us.
I'm going to see the nearest rock and give it a swift kick to try to punt it out of and break up the circle.
It totally hurts your foot.
I'm totally going to try to not to make a face as it hurts my foot and or breaks a toe.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to throw out a second.
If you need an extra pair of hands, remember that we still have group chat up. I'm probably wiping my face off with all the sweat, but if you say, portal trouble, yeah, I'll be there. If you think you got this, then you got this.
I'm going to assume I got it for now. I'm going to throw an intimidation out.
Okay.
Just order them to stay away from the portal or circle.
Okay.
I'm also going to throw commanding presence on top of that because Act 17 is pretty good, but let's make it even better.
Does he get advantage because I put all those fucking signs up that say stay away?
From the fairy circle that you weren't here for?
Oh, fairy circle. I don't know anything about a fairy circle.
Commanding presence, that's an extra
Dink
D.
was not
Shit,
made
man.
aware of this fairy circle either.
That makes it a dirty 20.
Cool, because they nat 20'd. So they're not, I mean, they're scared of you because you're roaring at them, but that actually makes the man step back into the fairy circle and the rune lights up and he disappears. And that is actually where we're going to leave off for the night.
Cool.
Kid is now in terror. Where'd my dad just go?
To hell.
What did you do?
Well, if we're not quite ending for the night, I'm just going to tell the dog, take the boy back to the back to the shed. Or no, take the mother and the boy back to the shed. And then I'll deal with whatever happens next week.
Yep. I'm trying to find the... Oh, that looks good. I'm going to do that. That looks like it's in the circle, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So dog and boy will go back here. And the mom will also as well. But that is lit and it is going, which means whatever is on the other side can come in and whatever's on this side can go out. And that is where we're going to... Yeah.
Before we do that, can I roll intimidation to make sure nobody comes in?
Sure, you're yelling at nothing, but we'll go for it.
I'll let them know that there's an angry lizard over here.
There's an angry lizard in my boots.
I closed my thing by accident. Is me smart? That's not it.
Last
There we go.
point of order as
That's
well.
great. Yep, we'll take the 2.
What's up, Dink?
Last point of order. I'm not proficient in blacksmithing tools.
That
correct?
is...
Even though I have the super hammer?
Yes. It is something that you could be.
You're proficient in carpentry, right?
Anything wood, I am proficient with.
You shouldn't need blacksmithing to make a loom.
That's not what he was worried about.
That's
Thanks.
That's not what I was worried about.
Thanks, Miska. Thanks.
You're welcome.
I'm sorry. What was your question? Because I think the answer was get to work. Okay.
I want this by next week. I'll make you a nice pair of wool socks because yours have turned pretty holy.
Yes, they are very devout.